Louis, come here. Sit. Good boy. Down. Good boy. He's so good. He's so good. Oh my God. This is Louis. This is my son. He was crying so much. I was gonna drop him off before I left. He was crying so much, so I thought he would come say hi, and then he's gonna go. He has a car waiting outside for him. He's very interested in the studio today. Come here, come say hi. Come say hi to everybody. Come here. So Louis came to say hi. Here's my little son. Hello. Hello. Everybody say good boy, Lou. You guys watched him grow up. I rescued him when he was just a baby a couple months ago. Right after I started streaming. Everybody saw him grow up. Lou, say good boy. He's a good boy. We know he loves everybody. I know, he's so nice. Good boy. We just wanted to bring him to say hi. Start the stream off in a different vibe. Let's get this crank on. He doesn't like the loud noise. Ooh. Hey. Hey. Whoa, what the fuck? Why are y'all gifted so many subs? Oh my God. Jaden Lolaine gifted a sub. Janelle SKR gifted a sub. Kurt the Jerk gifted 5 subs. Acadia Days gifted 10 subs. Dart Bomber gifted 5 subs. Chucky BPSP gifted 5 subs. Acadia Days gifted 5 more subs. We just started. What the fuck are y'all doing? What's up, guys? I have a lot of shit I want to go over today. A lot of shit. Oh, he just laid down under the desk. Lou, it's okay. I know it's loud. I know. Look at this man. We're not playing right now. No, we can't play right now. Come here. Come here. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Neekster said, hi, Louie. He's such a good boy. Oh, I love you guys. Bye, Louie. J Dub said, anyone sees this, has mental illness, hang in there, sending good vibes. We'll win this battle eventually. Guys, we've been putting a bunch of resources in the mental health part of the Discord. Someone just said, bro, it's 1 a.m. I know it's a weird time if you're in the UK. I want to go over a lot of guitar shit today. Recording guitars, plugging your guitars in, making a shitty guitar sound better. What's a cheap way to do it? What's some new shit that no one's really using that I'm really fucking with? I got a bunch of shit I want to show y'all. But I have a few different things I want to go over. I'm just gonna let Louis explore for a second, then we'll get his ass out of here. Because Louis got to go. He has a car waiting outside. I just wanted you guys to be able to say hi to the king. Come here, Lou. No one can see you under there. Nobody can see you when you're under there. I know. You're just a sweet boy. I know. No, he doesn't have an Uber. Louis wants some yerba, that's true. You know, Louis never had any human food, so he doesn't really beg for food because he doesn't know what human food is. He only has his little baby kibble. Someone said he smells the weed. Nah, the weed's not in my bag. He never gets to come in the studio. He don't like the loud noises. When I play the drums in here, he gets so upset. He cries. He just had a dog play date today. It was a little intense. He's a little tired. What's this? What's this, yerba? Okay. All right, let me drop him off. I'm gonna be too distracted. Everybody say bye to Louis. Louis gotta go inside. Lou, come here. Come here, Lou. I'm gonna give him a treat on you guys' behalf. This is from the guys. Come on. There you go. Good boy. All right, everybody say bye to Louis. I'm gonna go drop Lou off. Let's start the stream for real. I'm too distracted with my little baby here. Everybody say bye, Lou. Say bye, Louis. Louis, say bye. Say bye. I love you guys. Say I love you guys. You guys are my favorite. Thank you so much. I love you. I'm getting my balls cut off next week. I love you so much. Okay, come on. Let's go. All right, I'll be right back. Let me drop Lou off. I'll be right back. Oh. Come on. Let's go. my goodness. Okay. I'm sorry. I feel like he knew he was on camera. Is that weird to say? Bro was like acting weird. He was trying to be cute. I'm out of breath. Why are you guys gifted so many subs? Neekster, thank you for the subs. Breakbeat Killer, thank you for the subs. Scarlet Dawn, thank you for the subs. Davis J, Jaden Low Langs, Janelle, Kurt the Jerk, Acadia Days, twice. Dart Bomber Chucky. Were y'all gifted subs before I came on here? What the fuck? Truman Bro said Louis Beats. That's his name. Will HYR said, couple of questions. What are your settings on your CL1B? To track usually. Secondly, the Ableton tracking your vocal template. If you record into those effects, is it recorded audio permanently with those effects? Thanks, man. Will, the reason my template is set up the way it is, if you guys have downloaded it, it's in the subscriber rewards. If you're a subscriber, you can go have my vocal template right now. The same one I used to make that DVR song last week. Someone said, how is it night stream if it's 5:09? 5:09 is night, stupid. What does it look like, afternoon? I'm sorry. Will, my CL1B settings change a lot. I don't have my CL1B here yet. Next time I'm at the cave, I can take a picture, but generally they stay pretty close to the same, so I'll send you a picture when I have one. No, if you use effects on the tracking track on the sends from my vocal template, you're not gonna print anything. The whole point of having sends is that all the different vocals you're using are going through this one streamlined reverb channel instead of having a million different reverbs clashing with each other. So the point is to make everything sound better and to not print your shit. You're just printing a send, which is like all the reverb from your vocals, and then your vocal will be dry, if that makes sense. But no, Will, it doesn't print anything. Sir Darius said, dropping my first EP called Off Rosecrans. Check me out, guys. By the way, this whole community gets me inspired every fucking day. Love you guys. What a beautiful thing. Shout out to you. Congratulations. No Cap said, hey, Kenny, what's the story of you slapping that kid at the club? Also, thank you for the positive vibes you send our way. How are you going to ask me about slapping somebody and then thank me for positive vibes? I was DJing for Key for free at a Young Nudie show. I went on stage to DJ, and the kid before me had like a little tractor controller and was like just hella rude. I can't remember what he said, but I went to go plug in my USB, and he was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And I was like, I'm plugging in my USB. And he was like, nah, bro, I'm still DJing. I got one more song. And I was like, okay, have it. And then he looked over me and he was like, this fucking bitch. And as soon as he swore or said whatever he said to me, I just slapped him in his face. I don't know. It was an instinctual reaction. But normally I am on positive vibes. Dasis F said, hey, Kenny, I joined the Discord a week or two ago. I've seen a massive improvement in my shit immediately. It's like you guys are like scripted. I then entered the very next beat battle. My first time made top 10. You roasted my beat, but it was deserved. Thanks to you in the community. Dasis, shout out to you. I don't know if I remember your beat specifically, but if I roasted you in front of Phileas and if I roasted you in front of Phineas and Billie Eilish, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Neekster, who else did I miss? J-Dub, John Uwine. Okay, thank you guys so much. Jamez, who just gifted a whole bunch of subs. Corson just gifted subs. Corson, you don't have to do that. Whenever my mods give subs, I get so confused. You guys don't have to do that. Thank you so much. What the fuck was I going to show you? I was listening to some Krwangman when I came in. The reason I'm so heavy on this Krwangman vibe right now is because I literally just modded my first guitar that I ever had. Thanks to the chat. I was on stream the other day. I was playing that bass right there. When I was playing that bass, somebody was in the chat like, yo, Kenny, your string is buzzing. Like, my dad can fix that for you. He's near where the cave is. People know the cave's in Burbank. And so I was like, okay, cool, I hit the kid up after stream. He's like, yo, here's my dad's info. He can fix your shit. His dad not only fixed my bass, not only fixed my Les Paul? Yeah, he fixed my Les Paul also. But I had a guitar. Someone said, is this a rerun? Bitch, no. I had a guitar that was my first guitar ever. I don't think I've ever shown it on stream. I don't think you guys have ever seen it. It's a green Stratocaster. And it's really never, ever been a guitar I was really proud to show because it was cheap when I got it. And even though I've played it a lot, it just never had the best tone. When I plugged it into computers, it sounded really shitty. Even if I plugged it into a DI or a Kemper or something, it never sounded good. And if you don't know what a DI or a Kemper is, we're going to go over that today. But I would always try to plug my guitar in to record it on my beats when I was feeling confident enough to play, and it sounded like shit. It just always sounded awful. And once I got a couple things to start recording guitars, like I got a DI box, I got an interface. I got a couple other things. My other guitars would sound decent. Like my Gibson would sound good, but this one old Fender that I had, it just sounded like shit. And so I chalked it up to like, man, my dad bought it for me when I was younger. Didn't have a lot of money. Like, basic. What are y'all talking about with this? Is this live? You're pissing me off. It's not funny. Shut up. Corson, stop doing stupid ass jokes with the fucking weirdo haters in here. You're supposed to be a mod. This rerun shit not funny. Y'all want me to leave? I could leave. I'm trying to tell y'all a story. Y'all talking about reruns. Y'all are so fucking lame. It's literally, it's 30 people talking about reruns and then one kid like, greetings from Germany. Are you good?
Thanks for the vibe.
Are y'all good? Like, we can start doing the opposite of put people on. I can start going to people's page and just telling you how fucking bad your music is. We want to do that instead? I'm trying to keep it positive today. I was teaching y'all how to record guitars. You want to get salty in the chat? Get salty in the chat. Go ahead. Y'all beats sound like fucking shit anyway. Who want it? Of course, don't make me open up one of your fucking Nick Mira hi-hat MIDI ass patterns. I will, oh my God, stop. Reruns? You don't got better jokes? At least have a good joke on my chat if you're gonna roast me. If you come roasting me with a weak ass joke in here, you might lose your mod status. No offense. On top of that, I just don't have time for it. I don't. I got shit I gotta do today. My dog didn't even want me to come here. He was crying. You think I'm gonna let my dog fucking cry so y'all can come here? Hey, is this a fucking rerun? Shut the fuck up, stupid. Yeah, Distorpian said true. That's right. God mode. The ultimate mod just told you you're a bitch. Okay, so can I continue? One move long. Don't act like you're not part of this. One move. Just because you know about fucking live enhancement suite and you send me a nice DM once a week, don't mean that you are susceptible. I will fucking revoke. I will revoke all that status. Jesus. The Python, don't even get started. Python, you have been tinkering from getting kicked out of the Discord for months. Just stop. I'm trying to be positive. Can we continue with the positivity? Okay, thank you. Fuck. My dad bought me this guitar when I was younger. It was really cheap. It never fucking sounded good. When I was a little bit older, I put new pickups in it. What are pickups? I'm explaining to people who fucking don't know what I'm talking about. What are pickups? Pickups are what pick up the sound. Pickups are the things right here that you see on every guitar and every bass that make the sound make noise. The whole point of your guitar, you know what I mean, being something you really love, is it based in how good the pickup sound is, based in how nice the neck is, it based in how expensive or good the guitar is? No, it's just what feels good to you, what sounds good to you. And this guitar always felt really good to me, but the original pickups were cheap and they didn't sound good. I put some other pickups in there for years. If you've ever seen a picture of me with this guitar, there was other pickups in it and had a black pick guard. I had that for years. It never fucking sounded good. One day, Omar Apollo was at the cave and the only guitar that was there was this guitar, and he played it and he was like, yo, this guitar sounds like shit. Like, I'm not even gonna play it. So that shit upset the fuck out of me. I was really upset. This guitar is like the guitar I went through Berkeley with. You can see all like the wear and tear on the body and shit. That's all really from me playing it for so many years. Look at the bottom right here. I've had this shit forever, man. And I was just like, yo, do I just sell it for like I don't even know what I could get for it. $400 or something. Maybe if I say it's a Kenny Beats guitar, I'll get an extra $50. Like, I was gonna just sell it. And I was going to buy a Telecaster, and I really wanted a Telecaster. If you don't know what a Telecaster is, let me pull it up, because I know people want me to slow down my explanations a little bit. This is what a Telecaster looks like. It's a different guitar by Fender. This is like pretty much the exact one I wanted. I wanted like a blonde Tele, which means like wood grain like that. And you see right here, this pickup, you see on pretty much all these Telecasters how there's this little skinny pickup right there. Some of them might have a humbucker, but most of them have this. That's called a lipstick pickup. The reason you would want that guitar, for the most part, is because of the tone of that guitar. Does the body have to do with it? Yes. Does the wood have to do with it? Yes. A lot of things. But Telecasters have lipstick pickups. That's what makes them sound the way they sound. I put 2 lipstick pickups in here. Boom. Neck, middle. And then I completely jacked somebody's drip with this. If you already know who I'm talking about, you know. But basically, I was watching this show called Rig Rundown. It's some super nerd shit, but if you play guitar or you produce guitars, you are interested in guitars or basses, you can basically see how like a lot of people set their rigs up, how they set their amps up, how they set their pedals up, everything. So I was watching Rig Rundown, and they had like my favorite guitar player right now on there, and it's Mark Spear. This was the video.
Yes.
So they basically had this dude Mark Spear from Khruangbin on Rig Rundown. I love how his guitar sounds.
Very cool. I love ending
I
on
fucking love this guy. Very cool.
that 13.
All right, bro. He knows he played a fucking 13, dude.
Like, that minor
Is that what
13.
that's called?
I think the minor 13 gives you a little bit of tension, like what's going to happen next. Hey, John Bolger with Premier Guitar. I'm here with Mark Spear of Khruangbin. Mark, thanks so much for joining us today.
The pleasure belongs to me.
Should I be saying Khruangbin? I would say Khruangbin. I don't know.
Tell us about this guitar. This is your number one. In fact, it is just the only
It's the only one I have.
only guitar you want to play.
Yeah.
Let's hear all about it.
Okay, well, I got this, I guess 2001, 2002, somewhere around there. So I've had it for a long time.
What year is the guitar?
It is probably a 2001 reissue.
Oh, okay.
Mine's like a 2004.
It's not a vintage or anything.
Yeah,
It's gotten pretty beat up over time.
It is a wig. He wears a wig.
Yeah, it looks like high miles on that guitar. I thought it was a
definitely.
70s era
No.
just because of the abuse you've put it through. But a reissue from, say, early 2000s?
Yeah, early 2000s. I think one of the first things to do was probably put one of these in here, a little
Boom. That's what we're talking about.
cruiser.
Is that...
It's a DiMarzio cruiser.
right.
Because I was doing a lot of sessions, and the engineer would always be like, wow, your guitar is really buzzy,
Sure.
you know, because it's a Strat.
Yeah, that 60 cycle thing.
Yeah, so I put that one in there so I could get much more, clean sounds and
Sure.
not worry about buzzing and stuff like that. And it's,
So that was enough for me. All I had to see was that. I listened to a lot of their music. I've seen them live a few times. I'm a really big fan. So I saw what he did, and honestly, one of the things I've always had problems with this guitar was the noise. Whenever that chill ass guy was like, yeah, the whole 60 cycle thing, 60 cycle hum, and the issues that come with not using a surge protector and just the different power in different rooms. Remember, before I was in this room, I was in a shitty ass rehearsal space for many years. The power was not super good. Like, I've always had noisy ass guitars, whether I'm plugging them in to DI or not. And when I saw him say this, I was like, man, he has a random Strat from the early 2000s. It's nothing special about it. It's not expensive. It's not anything cool. He was having noise problems. People were telling him his guitar didn't sound right in sessions. He put a DiMarzio in it, and now he loves it because it's just comfortable. I love how the neck on this guitar feels. Like, nothing's as comfortable to me as this neck, because I've just played it more than anything else in my life. I just know it so well. So it's like, I didn't want to get rid of this guitar, but I couldn't see a way where it would sound good. I want to let y'all know the amount of money I spent to take this guitar from me hating it to it being my favorite guitar. And I think I spent total $300. Maybe a tiny bit more for the service. But each one of these pickups was under $100. So I could have went out and bought a new $1,000 guitar to make it sound completely new. But I took this guitar that I've had forever. It doesn't have some wear yet. It's a little fucked up. Is it nice? Not really. It does have a lot of bullshit wrong with it. But I went and got it set up. I got the neck corrected. I got the nut fixed. I know y'all are going to roast that. I've already had locking tuners on it for years. So everything was right about it, but it just didn't sound right. And so I put these 3 in there. I think this one was $85 and the other 2 were like either $70 or $80. And that's all it cost. New pick guard. This is my favorite guitar by far. Like, by far. There's a Les Paul right here. There's a Jazz Master right here. There's a 330 right here. This is my favorite guitar I own because of sentimental reasons, but now it's my best sounding guitar. I guess I'll plug it into an amp first since we're talking about so much guitar shit today. Fuck it. Hold on. Plug into the little Vox over here. Shout out to my dogs at Vox. But yeah, I've been getting back on my guitar shit a little more, as you guys have been seeing, but I feel like I was lagging with guitar tones. I feel like a lot of the time I was recording my guitar, all I was doing was like going to Guitar Rig, or I was depending on Kemper presets. If you don't know what the Kemper is, this is the Kemper. It's this big green pedal board thing. It has 1 million presets in it. My favorite guitar player I use all the time recommended it to me. It sounds great, and it's like really specific snapshots of a lot of amps and a lot of tones and shit, but it's not as creative and it's not quick. It takes me a while to go through it and find shit I want. So I've been trying to figure out, like, maybe I start recording amps. Maybe I start actually recording my guitars like via an SM57 in front of the amp because I'm getting such good tones. Like, but we're gonna go through a plugin today, a plugin that costs $100. They're fucking not paying me to tell you about it. I tried to hit the company up and they're not fucking with me. So trust me, this is not an advertisement. I found my favorite guitar plugin ever. You can plug straight into your interface with a cable and it sounds fire. I like it as much as the Kemper, if not more. So I'm going to show you guys that in a sec. Because I think it's like the #1 thing for fucking people trying to record guitars really easily who don't want to buy a preamp, who don't want to buy an amp and then start micing it and doing all this other shit. Like, I found a plugin I'm going to show y'all. It's amazing. Okay. Let me plug into this. I wish I could show y'all this shit a little more up close. Man, I don't know how I can show my pedal board. I want to show you guys what my pedal board looks like because I got a lot of shit on there right now. Have you guys heard of Strymon pedals? Maybe I'll just bring it over here. Have you heard of Strymon pedals? I'll show y'all my pedal board right now. Oh. Have y'all heard of Strymon? Okay, so I heard of Strymon also in this fucking video. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna pretend like I know about this shit forever. I was watching this same video that gave me the inspiration to mod my guitar, and then I started getting into it. Okay, so here's what I'm running right now. Here's why pedals are cool even if you don't play guitar. Maybe you don't play guitar and you're looking at this like, I'm not gonna play guitar, I don't play guitar. Maybe this is cool for me to learn, but why the fuck am I gonna watch a bunch of pedal shit? You can put pedals on keyboards, you can put pedals on synths, you can put pedals on a lot of other things and make them sound really fucking cool. And like, I'm gonna be running my DX7, which is like my first synth I've ever had. I'm gonna be running that through this same pedal board for the reverb, for the auto wah, for some of these Strymon things. But this is what I'm using right now. I'm gonna go put this on the floor when I can hear, so y'all can hear like what it sounds like. But this is a Boss noise suppressor I've had since I was like 15 years old. Boss pedals are just always good. I don't even use this delay, I'm not gonna lie. The Kangra, Jared Scharf, my homie who I was just talking about, designed this pedal with Walrus Audio. I showed you guys it one time. It's got an envelope on it and a fuzz. I'm not gonna lie, I really use it for the fuzz. I just like the fuzz on it a lot. Okay, this new Strymon joint. This is my favorite, distortion. For guitars, for basses, I guess now for keyboards, I really like it. The reason why I like it is because it has 2 different pedals on it, A and B. Each pedal has 3 different settings. So when I found out about Strymon, I found out about their delays and reverbs, and then I saw this and I saw a bunch of demos from it, and then I started talking to the people at Strymon, and I was like, man, let me try a Sunset, and they threw this one to me, and it's like, it's all I ever need distortion-wise. If people want to know other stuff I like for distortion, if you really are a guitar player, the Radial Tone Bone was my favorite pedal for years. The reason why I like the Radial pedals is because the Tone Bone had a tube in it. An amp has a tube in it. You know what I mean? Like that tape machine, that old tape machine I have has a tube in it. Like, it gave it a real warmth that like a Boss distortion pedal might not with the digital distortion. But either way, this is all I need. I swear to God. This is not like a promo. I'm not doing this. These companies are not giving me money. I'm telling y'all what I'm using. Just like I'd show you some fucking serum shit, and trust me, I don't know ReFX. But basically, the Strymon pedal, I just think everybody needs an auto wah. I'm not saying go fucking rip off Tom Misch or go try to sound like John Mayer, but an auto wah to me is just like, oh, it's Xfer. Sorry. You know what I'm talking about. What a dickhead. Hexic Music said Xfer, ... Bitch, get out of the chat. This is the micro Qtron. If you get the real Qtron, it's even better. I just like it because it's small. I like tiny pedals. I don't know why. It's cute to me. Holy Grail reverb. This is the only real reverb I use. I know Strymon make some really cool reverbs. I just like this one. This one is the shit to me just because, one, it's tiny. Two, I like the bigger version of all the Electro-Harmonix reverbs. I don't know if there's a bigger Holy Grail, but I've used other Electro-Harmonix reverbs I really like. So when I saw they had a tiny one, I wanted it. And then three, I saw Kevin Parker using this in his rig for Currents, and that just affirmed it to me. If Kevin Parker's using it, I'm like, okay, it's official. I think that's the rule in 2020 buying gear. Oh, Kevin Parker has it, it's official. Love this pedal. And then the last one, which is the newest thing on here, which is, I think, my favorite pedal I have, is this thing. The Strymon Deco. This thing is fucking insane. It's really upsetting that I got this pedal because like a week ago, I was gifted this Benson Echo Rec, which is a tape delay like that Pink Floyd used. You know what I mean? This is an unbelievable piece of equipment. And then the same week, while I'm learning how to use that, I got this Strymon Deco. They do very similar things. Like, they do very, very, very similar things. I'm not kidding. Like, they both have this kind of, like, lag to it and this kind of wobble. But this pedal gives you, like, all of this vibe that you guys see me painstakingly run shit through tape so I can have something sound a tiny bit cooler. You can get big vibes with this. Like, big Paul Institute vibes with this. Big J. Paul, big AK Paul, chorus, short reverb kind of vibe with this. It comes with a lot of preset settings with a little booklet that comes with it, but honestly, the whole thing for me, I've left it on invert. If you see in the middle, there are those three little sum, invert, bounce. I'll leave it on invert, and then I've just been experimenting with the lag time and the wobble. The saturation, it's kind of like an overdrive, but it's supposed to be like tape saturation. So it's supposed to give you like the distortion that throwing something through tape would give you. It's really cool, but I'll play through some of this shit so it's not just me yelling at the GoPro, and y'all can actually hear the vibe a little bit. But this is all the shit I've been using on the pedal board when I'm over here playing through an amp. Can you play through your pedals into your computer? With like the Kemper thing I was talking about, there's an effects loop where you can route an effects loop into the Kemper and still get the tones you're getting from the Kemper and use your own effects. But really, my plan with this is to record my guitar amp with an SM57, which is a $99 microphone. By the way, I'm trying to get y'all some microphones next week for the beat battle, but don't tell anybody. Yeah, so this is like real life plugins, basically. Let me just plug it in so y'all can hear some of the shit I'm talking about. Boom, 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 boom. Input. Left out. Okay, cool. Boom, 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 boom. I cannot wait to show y'all this plugin though, because the plugin is my favorite thing I found all week. Even though I'm having fun with the pedals. This is how I think about it. I'll like use a piece of equipment, like a pedal, like one of those delay pedals. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Maybe I'll tell kids how to use this. What's the version of this for somebody who's got $20? You know, because like I can explain pedals and tape machines all day to people on Twitch, but if you can't afford that shit and go use it, like what the fuck am I doing? I'm just talking about gear that's worthless. So for everything I'm talking about right now, there's another version. There's another version of all these things that can get you close to what you're doing. You don't need any one piece of equipment. You don't need any one guitar pedal or any single thing I have. Oh my God, Underwood, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Okay. Let's talk about the guitar first because I just modded it. This is the clean tone on that Khruangbin pickup right there. Oh, hold on. And then here's the Telecaster, like those lipstick pickups I was talking about. But listen, no noise. Listen to these pickups. You hear the buzz? Listen when I go to the other one. Silent. Completely silent. This pickup, the DiMarzio Cruiser, whatever, bro, it's like $80. You put this in your guitar stops humming. Your guitars don't hum, they don't make no noise. It's crazy. Holy shit. Yes. Underwood just gifted 20 subs. Acadia Days just gifted 33 subs. If you just got gifted a sub, please say thank you. Holy, what are y'all doing? Acadia, you need to chill. Okay, here is the Holy Grail pedal set to spring with my reverb about noon. A little bit of reverb makes a big difference, doesn't it? Okay, here's the auto wah. I got it on a weird setting right now, but let's hear it like with some chords. Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. What was that chord change? Hold on. Ooh. That's the auto wah. Okay, let's talk about that one pedal though. That the Strymon Deco. It's like a tape delay, tape saturator. This is what I'm on right now. I just have a little bit of the reverb. Now listen to this pedal. It's not a chorus. It's not a reverb. It's like this weird. It's a whole vibe. Oh, you want me to do a little J Paul for you? Hold on. So this is with the saturation and the delay. That's what I've been fucking with pedal wise. That's how this guitar is basically sounding. But let's talk about how to do this. If you don't want to buy an amp, you don't want to buy a bunch of pedals, you don't want to buy a fucking Kemper rig that costs $2,000, what do you do? How do you record guitars and make them sound good for cheap? here's my 2 answers that I've found. I've been doing this for 2 years, maybe 3 years. I'm not gonna lie. Have I made beats with guitar on them? Yeah, for a long, long time. But have I really been taking it serious, how to record shit and make it sound good? Probably 2 years, something like that. So everything I'm telling you guys, I'm not telling you from like, I've been playing guitar since 2000 and I'm just as new as you. So these are basically what I've figured out in the really recent past works and sounds professional quality. And like, if I go give someone a sample of me playing guitar, they're gonna be like, oh my God, this hits. Or not, it sounds really thin, it has a bunch of cheap distortion on it. So shout out to Native Instruments, I love them, but Guitar Rig doesn't do it for me. I gotta be real, Guitar Rig does not do it for me. No! You guys have seen me, you pull Guitar Rig up, there's certain things that are just like go-tos. It's like when I use RC20 really fast for something. Is RC20 the best hard and soft EQ I have and the only thing that can make something mono? No. But do I pull up RC20 really quick to make something mono and put it in a foam filter? Yeah, because it has 2 things on it. I can handle it right there. I like how it sounds. It's the same thing with Guitar Rig. Guitar Rig has an octave pedal in it that I like. It has an auto wah in it. It has a couple different overdrives. It has a couple different like flanger and effects things. So it's really quick. I can go to it and get a bunch of different effects that I want all at once instead of having to open 5 different plugins. But I've never liked how my guitars sound through it. I've recorded through it via a duet, an Apogee duet, a UAD Apollo, through a DI box into one of those, through a preamp into a DI box, through, like I said, the Kemper, all these. I've never really liked what Guitar Rig did to my guitars. I know they're working on a new version. I've talked to them about it. It could be amazing. Shout out to my guy Vince from Native Instruments. We were talking about the new Guitar Rig. I can't wait. But yeah, I used that for a long time because I just felt like it was the only option. And then people put me onto a couple different alternatives. Nothing ever really worked that well for me. So the thing that I found, thanks to you guys, this is all because of you guys. Like, I wouldn't have my guitar fixed if it weren't for Produced by Geary in the chat, whose dad fixed my guitar. I wouldn't even know who Wolfpack is if it wasn't for the chat. I was not aware of Wolfpack before I came on Twitch and you guys told me about them. So thank you guys for inspiring me to do this. But I saw this video the other day because I watch everything Wolfpack that happens. And when I saw this video, I was like, okay, this looks like something interesting. So, because of you guys, I've been following Wolfpack. I watch anything Jack Stratton talks about, I watch. I really trust their quality. I really trust their, like things like the Wolf compressor, you know what I mean? It's made by Goodhertz. It's not like these guys are just fucking around. It's like a company I already know from all my friends using. So when I saw Corey Wan has a guitar plugin, I was like, okay, this is probably official. I tried to DM the brand, they weren't fucking with me. So see Corey's uncompromising standards. So you get the picture. I went and looked up the company. I didn't want to like just spend, even it's a $100 plugin. The plugin is $109. I didn't want to go spend $100 willy-nilly. Like I told you guys before, I feel weird about spending more than $100 on anything. So oftentimes my approach is, yo, what's up? We're doing these beat battles, da 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 da. these kids all love your product, would love to get your product out to some kids. If you ever want me to try anything, I'd love to try something. Oftentimes, they are just like, no, we got a bunch of fucking OP1s for you to send out to kids. We're good on you. So shit happens, but either way, whenever I was talking to a bunch of people about this brand, everyone was showing me other plugins that Neural DSP did. And I was looking at the other Neural DSP plugins, and they're all like hard, heavy metal guitars. Like a lot of it is dudes doing like super like drenched, distorted type shit with their plugins. So I was like, man, Corey Wong is advertising like a DI funk, dry, you know what I mean, plug right in and play kind of thing. But everything else that this company makes that I could find looked like pretty like dream theater. Like it looked pretty like I don't know, just intense and like tones that wouldn't really be for me or practical for me. So I was a little skeptical. They have a demo version of the plugin. I tried the demo version of the plugin last night. I was about 4 minutes into the demo version and then I bought it. I really wanted to make sure that I came here and showed you guys what I was doing with it before I got too far into it so we could kind of learn about it together. But point is, I think this is the guitar plugin. Like they're gonna hit me back in 4 days whenever Suwu rips this and puts it on YouTube as guitar stream, and then they're gonna hit me and be like, "Yo, thanks so much, man, for just like being organic and reviewing our shit." Yeah, shout out to you guys. But anyway, the shit is amazing, and if it was me, if someone was asking me like, "Hey, Kenny, I got $100 and I have a guitar and a cable, like I can't go buy a bunch of amps and mics. I can't go buy a Kemper. Guitar rig even is too expensive for me. What would you use?" This is what I'm telling them 100% of the time. So let's just get into it a little bit. Neural, how do you spell it? Neural. Okay, yeah, here it is. This is the Neural. How do I make it smaller? Don't they have like a small thing? Yeah, small. This is it. This is the archetype. Hold on, I gotta change to my Apollo so I can play into it. The way I'm gonna do this is I'm not using anything in my studio besides my interface. So obviously you need a way to plug your guitar into your computer, and this isn't gonna work. That's an interface. Doesn't matter if you have $100 Focusrite or you have $1,000 Apollo X8 or you have anything in between. As long as you can get your guitar, you have an iRig, it doesn't matter. If you can get your guitar into your computer, this thing should sound fucking good. All I'm doing is plugging it straight into the guitar input on the front of my Apollo, and there's nothing in between. I'm going straight through from the cable straight to here. Boom. So don't think in your head when I'm doing this like, oh, but there's a preamp. Oh, but he's using a DI box. Oh, but whenever Kenny records guitars on stream, he goes through this or this. I'm not going through anything. I'm going through just the cable into here. And I saw someone else do this on like a not an unboxing. What is it? Like a review. I just saw someone doing a review of this plugin, and it was like some German dude, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going straight into the Apollo." So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go straight into the Apollo also." But let me show y'all, because I did a lot of stuff with a DI box for a while. Just for anybody who is interested in having a DI box makes your signal a lot stronger and makes guitars and basses sound a lot better. A lot of stuff you've heard from me with Dominic Fike and Omar and stuff has DI boxes to record everything. The DI box I would tell you to get, and I've told you before on stream, is this one. I can't recommend shit I've never used. I've used this one a lot. They call it the Detroit Sound because Motown used to build their own DIs. They never gave out the schematics. They never let anybody know what they used to make their DI boxes. Motown's some of the most amazing production ever in the history of music. This is a recreation of the Motown DI. It's got one knob for level. It's got input, 2 switches. It's so easy to use. It sounds amazing. But not gonna lie, shit's like $400. So $400 is not fucking cheap. You know what I mean? That's a whole bunch of bread. I think this thing that we're about to go through right now is a cheaper alternative, and I don't think you're gonna play your guitar through a DI box and say, holy shit, it sounds 100% better than this does. I think this gets pretty damn close. So I'm on 1. Turn myself up. Okay. Boom. we're going through it. I'm on the default thing. There's a ton of presets in here. If you want to just see like what the layout is, there you can hook up an expression pedal to this so that you can control the wah, so you don't even need to go buy a wah. But also it has auto wah on it. Has an auto wah on it, so you really don't even need to use that pedal if you don't want to. But you can adjust all the settings there. It's cool. Here, all different compressor, tube screamer, overdrive kind of things, big overdrives. I feel like personally, the only things I'd ever probably use would be this compressor to get that really like funk compressed guitar sound that you hear on all Corey Wong, Wolfpack shit. But this is like a typical tube screamer. Anytime you see like a vague green distortion pedal in any guitar thing, it's supposed to be that old tube screamer kind of vibe. But those are useful. These are the different heads for all the amps. They also have different cab, like head selections that you can mix and match. General EQ for all the cabs and heads or whatever the fuck. Mic position, different mics. And what's this? Oh yeah, and then the delay and the reverb at the end, which I really fucking love how this reverb sounds. And it has this thing called Shimmer, which does a whole bunch of stuff. Someone said turn on your monitors. Okay, sorry. Monitors down. So let's just like scroll presets, because honestly I went right here and I went to this clean as a whistle preset and I was stoked, honestly. Ooh. So clean, like it just got such a like Corey Wong ass tone. I don't know how else to explain it, but peep the presets. Crazy. It's a weird vibe. I don't know what the fuck I'm playing, but it sounds cool. Auto wah goodness. Also, duh has a tuner on it. Tuner rules on it. It's super easy to use. Full smash lead, go to clean. Look, they got a Mish auto wah. What other plugin you know has a Tom Mish preset? Old school Crush DI. Oh my God, it just sounds so good. Like, here's the problem I've always had. When I open Guitar Rig, I have to scroll forever to find a clean tone I like, and then I gotta dial it in. When I open CLA Guitars, I might find a preset I kind of like, but then there's all these kinds of like bullshit little delays and things on it. Like, someone said, can you always play in a major knife? It's super easy to come in here and just find something for me Post me a Strat neck. It's so easy to come in here and find a tone that you like. Factory. There's another thing in here. Like, listen to these shimmer things. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? That's like the shimmer part of the reverb. It's such a weird vibe. It's acid. Oh, fucked it up. Sorry. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me get it right. I'll pick a different preset. Oh, fat Strat. Bro, it sounds good. Fuck my playing. It sounds good, doesn't it? Like, just the tone of the guitar. I'm going straight into an Apollo. This is game. This is a knowledge bomb. Like, this is game. I'm really telling you. Maybe you don't record guitars right now. Maybe you don't use a lot of guitars in your beats or whatever, but like, it sounds so... I've been looking for something this easy for a long time. I'm not kidding. It's got me very, very, very excited. Neural DSP, I know you're not rocking with me yet, but when you see this, thank you. I already bought it, so I don't need nothing free. But if you want to give some licenses to these guys, I'm sure they would fucking love it. I know Felix needs one, my guy. Someone said you're gonna watch the Logic stream tonight. Are you stupid? But I really think this to me is the standard. This is what you got to beat right now. Like, if you're making a guitar plugin for someone to just plug their guitar right into the computer and sound good and be able to play in their beats, this is the one. I think this is it. I really just love it. Maybe we can make a little beat with it. My homie might come by in a little bit to make a beat. We were planning on making beats anyway, so I figured we'd just do it on stream. Someone said much better than Guitar Rig 5. I like it better. RTL Potato Kills just gifted 20 subs. All right, let me read some fucking shit. Did anybody learn anything today? I feel like there was another thing I was gonna bring up about guitars. Does anything look cool? I'll make a guitar beat real quick with that. Did y'all learn anything? Strymon pedals, Kemper, the Acme DI, the new Neural DSP plugin, some other shit we were going over, the guitar pickup shit. I hope some of that is informative. I know I didn't like do the best job explaining it, but these are all things that I've learned really recently. So I want to say them out loud to reaffirm that I know what I'm talking about, and also maybe you guys can pick something up. But yeah, Corey Wan plugin is the GOAT. If you need to record guitars, you don't got a lot of bread, I would save up, I would get that. Period. If you have a guitar that's not very expensive, doesn't sound that good, but you don't have enough money to go buy a whole new guitar, or you really love the guitar, you just wish it sounded better, I solved a lot of problems this week with these pickups, and I'm not kidding, this is my favorite guitar that I have. Like, I could plug in guitars that are way more expensive than this that are sitting right there. I don't like it more than this. If you have a fucking guitar that you love and it sounds like a piece of shit, you can fix that. Don't give up. Don't think you have to buy a new guitar. You can spend $100, $200, $300, make that guitar sound way better than having to go buy a new guitar for $500. You know what I mean? So I think get the most out of what you can with what you have. Don't think just because I'm sitting in here, you know what I mean? Oh, hey guys, this week I'm on a tape machine and this week I'm talking about guitar. Don't think because you see me doing all this gear shit. None of this shit fucking matters. A lot of this gear shit and a lot of this stuff that I'm getting is honestly coming to me so much these days because people see that I'm talking about it and people see that I'm on here. Just like with artists, I only really talk about the shit I fuck with. You guys have not seen me on here demoing or exploring any shit that looks corny to me. So whenever a company like Teenage Engineering sees me bugging out about the OP1, like they'll hit me up and they'll be like, yo, we should do something. Or whenever like Shure sees me talking about that little microphone, you guys know I always plug that microphone into my phone. I sing into it. That little microphone, Shure ended up hitting me up being like, yo, we see what you're doing. Like, do you want to give some microphones away? I got you microphones. I have microphones for next week. People have been throwing shit at me lately. So it makes me happy. I fucking love gear, but again, I've talked about this in the past. I'm sure you can go find this on a Flicko YouTube page somewhere, but you don't fucking need anything. You don't need a drum set behind you. You don't need a bunch of guitars and basses. You don't need a super nice mic. You don't need a super nice interface. You don't need a super nice computer. You don't need to buy a whole bunch of plugins. You don't need to buy a whole bunch of anything. Cheat your way there, steal your way there, so you have enough shit to learn it. Once you've learned it and once you're, you know what I mean, feeling like it's worth it to invest in yourself and you've got maybe a little extra bread, start investing in yourself. But don't ever make these kind of streams make you feel like, oh, when Kenny gets in the studio, he's got all this gear and that's why his shit sounds good. You know me. I'm gonna go open the Ronnie J Splice Pack and then pull up a loop from a German kid and go crazy probably. Like, none of this means anything. It's just nice to have it, and I love learning about shit. And for me, I'm gonna have a lot of people who are coming to this room for the first time or people that are coming to work with me for the first time who can go way crazier on all this shit than I can. People like McGee was here the other day, knows a lot more about using tape than I do. You know what I mean? Like Omar and his guitar player Oscar know not a lot more about these guitar pedals and these amps than I do. Like my friend Jack Antonoff gave me this tape delay because he knows how to use it and he thinks I would like it. My friends know how to use this shit. I know how to use this shit the least of my friends. So basically, when someone comes here, it's like I want them to have like a play place the way my laptop is for me. My play place is fucking folders on the side of my Ableton screen. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel that comfortable sometimes for an artist who makes all their music playing instruments, writing like chord changes, writing on guitars. When they come into a room and it's like, okay, let's work. And then you just like, you're going crazy at your computer the whole time and you're scrolling through dope shit and you're making dope shit. But it's like, there's something different to the process when someone's just sitting behind you, watching you work on a laptop versus whenever they feel like, oh, I can go over here and play on this, or oh, I can go over here and fuck with this sound and like da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like including people in the process, in the production, to me makes my best songs. And like you guys saw the other day how easy it is for me to pass Omar guitar, pass him a bass, go in here, I'll add some chorus, I'll do this, I'll do that. Like that's becoming as fun for me as another producer sitting next to me with their laptop and then us just trading stems and making beats. I want like JD Beck and Domi to walk in here with Thundercat, and Thundercat can pick up a bass, it's plugged in. JD can sit at the drums, they're mic'd. Domi can have the fucking DX7 right in front of her, and I can press record and it's all going. You know what I mean? I want to make sure like if Yusef Days comes here, I can have him sit down at that kit and it's going to sound fire. Like I want to make sure if Steve Lacy walks in here that like, you know what I mean? The bass is set up and it's ready to go. That's the kinds of things I'm thinking about in my mind. I'm not thinking about, I need this stuff for me to make beats. I'm at a position where I work with a lot of different artists who work a lot of different ways. I like having people's tools here. You know how Monty feels when he walks in a room and he's got an OP there? Even if he forgot his, or I'm sure he has his on his, but like, Monty probably don't give a fuck. I probably say that analogy, he'd be like, so what? But you know what I'm trying to say. If you give someone that thing that they love using and it's in the room when they walk in there, or something that'd be fun for them to use, they're gonna have fun making music. The vibe is gonna be fun. The energy is gonna be fun. Like, you guys have seen me rearrange a bass line with MIDI into the wrong notes and stare at it for 45 minutes. There are people who can really play these keyboards that I have in here. There's people who can really run the shit that I have in here better than me. I'm trying to fucking learn, you know what I mean? So I keep putting more shit in here for me to learn about, but don't think any of this shit matters. I'm hoping that there's a kid, a person, anybody out there today who's watching who is like, fuck, like, guitar rig's a couple $100, you know what I mean? Like, this is a couple $100. I have a cheap little interface. I have my little guitar cord. I have my little cable, but like, every time I record my guitar, it sounds like shit. I don't know what to put on it, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that kid put $100 of stimulus money into the archetype thing. He came and watched the stream for free tonight. You know what I mean? Learned something, went over there, started recording his guitar, started going crazy. Like, that's what I'm hoping in my mind. I'm not hoping that kids are in here like, oh, let me go buy a bunch of guitar pedals and like, let me go do all this expensive. No, I don't expect anybody to like go buy shit because they see me using it. That's dumb, you know? I buy shit because I see people using it and it's dumb. You guys know me all the time. I justify like, oh, the dude from Khruangbin has this pickup, so I have this pickup. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, Tame Impala has this bass. I definitely do that shit. But I don't want to put that stress on you. I gave myself that stress. I don't want to give you guys the stress of like, you need... Kevin Parker has never told me that I don't need a Shure level lock to make my drums sound good. I've never spoken to him. So I'm assuming if I saw him use it, I need it to sound good. I'm telling you guys, you don't need this shit. Like, all the people, like Khruangbin, I've never met Khruangbin. I really like their music. I saw that guy showing his guitar. He had this thing in his guitar. I figured my shit can't sound good unless I have that thing. If he told me, oh, Kenny, you don't even need that, just use this, I probably would do that because he's the person I'm trying to sound like. But hey, if you guys are fucking with me, I'm not saying you're trying to sound like me or learn from me or anything, but if you fuck with me and you see me using all this stuff and getting excited about it, just know it's tools in the toolbox for people to use while they're here working. None of this shit is my secret weapon. None of this shit is what makes people pick my beats or what makes my beats sound cooler. It's just added shit for the same reason you guys come in here every day asking me how to fix beat block, how to feel better about not having inspiration right now. I'm constantly facing that. I'm fucking depressed just like y'all. You know what I mean? I have shitty days just like y'all. I get fucking diarrhea just like y'all. I have fights with my girlfriend. I have fucking fights with my family. I'm just like y'all. Like, there's no difference. I'm just trying to tell you that the point is you don't need any specific piece of equipment. And if you see someone using it, I'm using it to try to get myself out of this lack of inspiration. I'm trying to like have something in here where I get in here every day and I'm like, fuck, that'll be so fun. You remember those days? It's not, I'm talking about it like it's months ago. Do you remember those days whenever I came in here and I was just like, okay, boom, I'm learning OP1. We're going to do the OP1. Monty's going to show me how to do it. I'm going to figure out how to use the cow, all this shit. Do you remember those days? And then I fucked up, didn't make a good beat. Then I was trying to make a beat. Monty roasted me. Monty came to the studio, showed me how to use it, showed me how to use op1fun.com or op1.fun. Now, if you go to op1.fun, you see Kenny Beats preset. Like, I have hella presets I made on there. But this now is like a tool in my arsenal. And there's been times in the last 2 weeks where people have been here and I'm like making a beat or I'm working on some drums or whatever. And someone's like, yo, what's that? I'll take this, I'll plug it in right over here, and I'll just start pulling up presets I have on it. And then I was sitting with a female artist who is mostly a songwriter. She doesn't produce that much. She does, but not that much. And she was sitting here, and while I was playing these drums, she started. Someone said they downloaded my preset on the website, but somebody had put me on to like where these other secret presets were on that site. I found a couple of them. I put them on here. And this artist was just sitting here playing a fire ass melody on the OP1 that ended up being like a background in the hook or some shit. But it's because I had this little piece of equipment here. I started learning about it, fucking with it, whatever. My friend taught me how to use it. And you guys, remember that one beat? I made that one like 4 on the floor beat, all OP1 that day. The shit was hard. You know what I mean? Like, remember that day we did the whole tape sample, then we flipped it? Shit came out hard. Remember the first day we did the all guitars and basses cooked from scratch beat? That shit got placed. Like, you guys are seeing me have a little journey through learning shit. And doesn't mean I'm going to learn the OP1 and then every day the OP1 is going to be part of how I make beats and now I need a $1,500 OP1. No. It's just another thing that I learned. It's another thing I have on deck. And we're going to get to a point where it's like you're being a hoarder, you're doing too much with the gear. Like if you guys start seeing me have like 3 bookshelves in here with 10 guitar pedals on every shelf, like I don't ever want to be that guy. I already am feeling a little bit like there's a lot of shit in here already. So I'm at a point where I'm going to stop the shit pretty soon and just like have everything that's in here right now set up. But I want you guys to fucking learn this shit while I'm learning this shit. And you guys might be able to take one thing away from my setup, be like, damn, I'm going to do what Kenny did with the tape machine. I'm going to buy a $400 tape machine, but bro was fucking up when it comes to how he recorded his drums. I'm going to do this my way. That's how you do it. The way I find my way is stealing from the people I think are the tightest and then doing my research with people I trust to counter those facts. If D'Angelo's using it, I'll probably use it. If Doom or Madlib used it, I probably want to use it. If Kevin Parker played it, I'm interested. If Khruangbin is using it, I'm interested. Like, if Tori Moi touched it, I might got to find out what it is. It's just shit like that, you know? So I'm all the time looking through the Reddit forums on gear sluts or whatever the fuck, like just trying to figure out what little secret thing, you know what I mean, might be more fun in my studio, but there's no real secret weapon. There's no real thing that I'm going to buy that's going to automatically make my beats that much better. At this point, it's just a waste of money, you know? So when I get something for free, our company sends me something, I'm always going to learn it if it's cool to me, because otherwise I wouldn't be in touch with the company or I'll just give the shit away. And I think like my favorite producers in here are doing a lot with a little. So we have a singer-songwriter, producer in here named Keegan. Keegan is who everybody knows in here is like the kid who sings really well. He was in the Serververse Server EP and like had the best performance songwriter-wise. And then the other day he submitted a beat that made like the top 4, top 3, and it was him singing on top of the beat. Keegan hit me this or today. I was in the sub chat today. Keegan was like, "Yo, that auto-tune EFX is different." Keegan has been killing it. Everyone's been talking about how good his singing is in here, and bro wasn't using auto-tune. Like, the bro was not, we were going to give him the gift for the beat battle, and we were all like, yo, this kid sings on everything. He definitely has auto-tune. Like, we're not about to, like, give him something. This kid was doing a lot with a little. He's everyone's favorite singer in here. Bro was not using tune. You see what I'm saying? Like, I guarantee you Matt Zara, who is everybody's favorite multi-instrumentalist in here, I guarantee you Matt Zara will give you some tips and tricks for how to record instruments that don't take $5,000 microphones and preamps and compressors. Like, work with what you have. If you can go crazy with just a laptop, you can go really fucking crazy with all this other shit. So I know today was a little bit of a gear day to start out. I really don't want that to ever make anybody feel alienated, because gear don't fucking matter, man. It really don't. Did I tell you guys about when I hung with Dave Siddick? I was hanging with Dave Siddick the other day. He produced the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. He produced Santa Gold, Weezer Black Album, Panic at the Disco, some Jay-Z and Beyonce shit. He's a legend. Dave and my homie Rufio came over the other day and we were just hanging out. Dave has everything. Like, he has everything. He produces Weezer Panic at the Disco records. You know, like he has legendary gear, legendary instruments, legendary microphones, legendary synths, legendary everything. Anything you could ever have, this guy has. Go look at his production credits. It's fucking crazy. I was sitting with him the other day, and he's way more successful than me, way more intelligent, way more versed in everything. And bro is just he did TV on the radio. Did so much shit. But basically, he was telling me how nothing matters gear-wise. Nothing matters gear-wise. Like, He was telling me how his favorite yeah things were recorded with like 3 shitty SM57s. Like, you don't ever have to have anything specific. And my idols have told me that. Rick Rubin's told me, you know what I mean, the lack of gear on some of my favorite shit. Madlib was only using that 303 for the most part on a lot of the Mad Villain shit. Like, talent is talent. Madlib is still using an iPad, you know? I still think some of my best beats that I put out last year, like, which was it? I can't remember which beat it was. There's a beat I made that did really well that I made on laptop speakers. It's like one of my favorite beats. Overproduction is a nasty, nasty cancer. It really is. You know what I mean? And having too much gear is a really easy way to make yourself feel fake inspired when you're really not. And I know a lot of people who like have gear on gear, all these modular synths, all this shit. And they're like, okay, let's sit down and make something. And then someone's like tweaking a sine wave for 45 minutes and can't even play a tight melody with it. That's never going to do you no good. You got to have the inspiration, you know what I mean, more than you need any piece of equipment. So we have producers in here winning every week on Ableton Demo. I'm pretty sure DVR uses the Ableton Demo, you know, like it's a real gem. Please don't take any of this equipment shit serious. You don't need anything. You can steal the shit you do need. J-Dub said the growth from the first stream to now is fucking insane, Kenny. This is the most wholesome community in music. Man, if that's true, that's a bad thing because y'all are very horny in the Discord. Ben Cliff said, because I'm broke, will you play some on guitar like you were a studio to jazz standard? Oh, Ben Cliff, I think you were trying to be funny with that donation. I can't even read it. Would you ever get an analog mixing desk? Never. Shout out to your dad, by the way, just hit 6 months. Shout out to you. I don't think I'd ever get an analog mixing desk, honestly. It seems like too much, too scared. C6L3B said, you just brought this up as I was typing it. So can I sing and put vocals on a beat in the beat battle? My beat making skills are low. I just started producing, but I can sing. I don't care if y'all sing on your beats in the beat battle. I do not care at all. Will HYR said, just shut your DM for that CL1B photo. Okay, dope. I'll send you a photo, Will, when I get back. Hit Oven said, I don't make music, but as a video photo guy, gear acquisition syndrome is a real thing. Filmmaking is expensive, so it's really easy to justify all new toys. Fuck new toys. Learn a new fucking chord change. That'll do you way more good. John Uwine said, hey, Kenny, what you got for Edward to use when he walks in the room? Fuck Edward. Convoluted Cube said, whoa, Kenny, just a heads up. We started doing daily community beat battles again on the Discord. Good way for people to level up their skills. Keep it up. The community is awesome and growing. Y'all heard it. People have been doing beat battles. Spacebar 2001 said, hey, Kenny, I'm 16. I just started playing guitar and this year and want to go to Berkeley for music production. What should I get really good at if I want to be accepted? Also, when I donated a while ago, you said we're going to make a beat together. That sounds like a lie. But for Berkeley, the way it worked, at least whenever I went there, the way it worked is it's a combination of grades, your application, and your musical ability. So if you shred and your grades suck, you can still get in. If your grades are really good and you can't play that well, when your application's good, you can get in. If your application's amazing and you ain't the best player and ain't the best grades, you still might make it, honestly. But I'd say just work on your fucking music and don't let your schoolwork fall. Man, what is it like right now having school, dude? Like, what? Like, I guess we're in summer, but like, what the fuck is the whole like schoolwork situation right now? Like, if you're in school right now and during the pandemic, like, what the fuck, dog? Everybody, bro, it sucks, bro. It sucks, bro. It sucks. I can't. Someone just said they graduated on Zoom. Man, I can't imagine. There's got to be some ways to finesse, though, right? Like, come on. Like, you're not in class at all. You got to do like the little Zoom. You got to be able to finesse. I would have 6. Did you see the Idols when I went on the Idols TV show and I was cheating, looking at Google? I'd be cheating my ass off. Let's be honest. Can we be honest for a minute? Let's have an honest stream. I might retitle it.
Thanks for the vibes.
Let's have honest stream for a second. I cheated so much. I cheated so much. I cheated at such an insane level. Like, I would go so far out of my way to cheat. I would go so much farther out of my way to cheat than I would to study. It was unbelievable. I mean, I'm trying to think of like some of my best methods. you know, you got to think about it. I'm older than y'all, so like I was in school. You know what I mean? Probably how long ago? Like 7 years ago, type shit. I remember I used to make the background of my phone answers to the test. Background of my phone always would be like the answer. So then I would just have my phone on my desk, which they never cared about. Just tap that shit once in a while. See it. Okay, boom. Okay, multiple. B. I would do. Everybody used to drink Dunkin' Donuts because Berkeley's in Massachusetts. I would get a Dunkin' Donuts, like it's a clear cup, and they'd put the coffee thing on the outside of it to like keep it cold or whatever the fuck. I would write the answers on the little coffee cup thing and then put it back on the coffee cup. So I would see it right there and I could see it through the coffee cup, but you couldn't see it. Game. Here's the biggest game. I would give weed away for like amnesty. Like I would like, there are certain kids, like this one kid who was like the genius in my harmony class. Harmony was so fucking hard. It'd be like, okay, analyze this chord change. Which chord is from which key and which is the fucking diminished 17th? Like, bro, I'm having anxiety thinking about it. I used to like, this one kid who was like the smartest kid in my harmony. We walked out of class one day. He wore a lot of tucked in polos, so I assumed he wasn't really like blazing it, but he walked out of class and he was like, yo, this smells good, man. Or like said some, what's that cologne, dude? Like some lame shit. And I was like, oh, you smoke weed? And he was like, yeah, you know, like after I'm done studying. So I was like, yo, pull up. Like I live right off campus. Bro pulled up to my crib. My crib, like anybody who knew me at Berkeley, like anybody you ever heard who knew me at Berkeley, they can tell you. Like I had a crib right across from the front doors of the main Berkeley building, next to this little thing called Burning Treasures, and it was a smoke shop. And all the guys at the smoke shop were my boys. And I used to fucking have hella weed. And I would literally give this little kid, he was from Israel, this kid. And I used to give him like a nug, like the week of the test, I would always be like, yo, like, I just got this new like fucking sour diesel, bro. Like, check this out. And I would just give him a nug randomly, and like in the hallway or some shit. And he would be like, yo, really? Like, and he'd be mad nervous. I would hand him, we'd be in school, and I'd hand him the nug. He'd be like, oh my God, like freak out, put it in his pocket. And he'd be like, yo, Kenny, brother, thank you so much. Like, he would get mad emotional when I would give him shit for free. I think we were all broke college kids. If anyone gives you anything for free, you're stoked. I would give this kid a dub, and he would be like, yo, brother, if you ever need anything, bro. And he would just say shit like that. So I would never ask him for nothing. I wouldn't study with him. I wouldn't ask for anything. But the day of the test, I would always be a little late, sit next to bro, or sit within eye shot of bro, and he would catch me on some like always peeping his shit. And bro I remember I was doing it one day, and he initially went like this. Like I was peeping over his shoulder, trying to peep what he labeled the fucking G minor 7th sharp 13th chord as. I'm looking over like this. Bro went like this, and he covered it with his back, so I couldn't see it. And I was like, I gave you a fucking dub. Like, I couldn't believe it. He covered it with his arm, and then he must have like realized that he was a dick, and he was like, and he slid it to this side. So maybe he just wanted to do like a realistic adjustment, but then he slid it over to this side, and we let me copy. And then he did it the first time. He just knew what it was. 3 days before midterms, I would always throw bro a dub or whatever. Maybe I booted it up to an 8th round finals to make sure we were covered. But I literally would do this all the time. And also, my friends all wanted weed all the time. So my friends would always come to me and be like, yo, I have $17.36. Like, can I get a dub? And I'd have to give it to them because it's my boy. But I never really wanted to sell weed to the kids who were like my friends, because they would always be like, yo, kid, let me do 3 for $50 type shit. So I would always pick out the smartest kids in my class. And we went to Berkeley. This is music school. You know what I mean? So even the shit, like the smartest kids from across the world in music school, they were blazing. They listened to jazz. Like their biggest hero does heroin. They were trying to get like catch the vibe. So there was like always 1 or 2 smart ass kids in my class who smoked weed, and I would always befriend them. Yo, by the way, like I know it's sketchy out here having to buy cannabis. If you ever needed anything, you know, I'm a patient. It's all legal. I grew up in fucking Connecticut. I'm patient. This is really how I made it through Berkeley. Some kid asked me what I should get good at to go to Berkeley. This is where we ended up. Oh man, all true stories. Guys, don't do heroin. You can make jazz without doing heroin. That's the final thing. You can make jazz without doing heroin. Quote, Kenny Beats. Man. Boy Bab said, please do more night streams. I live in Australia, so your normal streams are at 2 a.m. for me. I'll try my best. Down with whatever said, you should contact Crazy Dave. What? Neekster said, you can FaceTime yourself again to show the setup. I'm not FaceTiming myself. I fucked it up. I See Music said, hey, Kenny, you've been struggling with OCD and anxiety for my whole life. Have you ever overcame a moment in your career where you've really felt discouraged? And if so, how? Also, I have a Strat and I def buy yours. Hit me up. No one's buying my Strat now. I See Music. You've been struggling with OCD and anxiety. Have you ever overcome a moment in your career? Yeah, I've overcome being broke. So like, it feels like that was the hardest thing. Like my dad overcame addiction. I feel like some of the things I've been able to see happen the last couple of years, I didn't think were possible. I was fucked a couple of years ago. Situation with a friend got me in really bad. A lot of bills on my head. I'd never really paid my taxes the right way, and I was fucked. I did not feel like I was going to have a music career. I did not feel like I would be producing hundreds of rap songs. There was many, many, many days very, very recently where I had a lot of doubt and not a lot of hope and a deflated ego after years and years and years of being too cocky. So, yeah, I have overcome a bunch of moments in my career, fortunately. And I will tell you this, most of them weren't in your career. Most of them are things in your life that you got to deal with, and then the shit in your career comes really easy. But, yeah, try to just fucking be a good person and work as hard as you can on fucking music. DJ Dane said, mad respect for all you do. Would you please ask any available FL users to jump on the Discord dumb questions? There's a guy who's having a weird problem loading samples. I tried to help and I use Ableton. Would hate for someone to not be able to work. Thank you so much for that donation, Dane. I really like when people update me on shit in the Discord. Guys, can someone help somebody in the dumb questions chat? If you are an FL boss, if you are an FL genius, please go into the dumb questions chat. I guess someone's having an issue. Help them out. Whenever the problem's solved, let me know. This is how we work in the community. By the way, if you are not subscribed to me, you don't have to be to go into the Discord. You don't need to spend $1. If you are at 8 a.m. in Australia right now and you just tuning in to steal some guitar sauce, all good. I don't blame you. Take your time. Just know that you can go into the Discord, whether I'm on stream, whether I'm off stream, and you can ask any question you want. Good people like DJ Dane will let me know if there's a question that goes unresolved. But this is one of the first times that anyone's ever told me they didn't have a problem that was solved. Everybody's shit always gets solved really quick in there. So if you need any help with anything, you can always go in dumb questions in the Discord. You don't need to be subscribed. Juvenile said, what up? I'm new around here. Mad love from Canada. Do you work with any Canadian artists? Do I? I did, me and Yagan did some stuff for Ram a couple years ago. I don't know if that doing that much Canadian shit. Beretti, Lil Beretti, I did a song for him. Me and Murda got some beats. Netflix and Deal is one of the best albums ever. Thank you so much, Juvenile. Album means a lot. Free 03 Greedo, free 03 Greedo. Look up, say thank you. Said favorite guitar player, question mark. Stay positive, Kenny. Favorite guitar player, I mean, right now it's Mark Spear. Easily. Connie Rosa said, yo, Kenny got a girlfriend and making more music than usual. It's exciting and unusual. Oh, Mr. Bitches over here. It's exciting and unusual to have someone who inspire you to do more instead of less. Shit's hard to find. And Python smells. That was pretty good donation overall. Yeah, man. Shout out to Mr. Bitches over here. Having a GF, super inspired. Must be nice, Connie Roses. Shout out to you. Little Deuce said, oh, shout out to our favorite Little League coach. Little Deuce said, my baseball team won 2 games yesterday. Let's go. Proud of my boys. Shout out to them. Also, that yerba caffeine got you on 11 right now. No. So they were trying to play me at the beginning of the stream and say that I was repeating myself and this was a rerun of the stream. Those people have been very quiet for the rest of the stream, haven't they? Interesting. Skin, Corson, are you alive? Skin Bab Wee Mook, my friend, put the Diet lyrics on the XXX Riot beat, and it's beautiful. People are making art out here. I love a good mashup. Markov 99999 said, Kenny, I started listening to Kwangman like crazy last week, so I started screaming when you played them. It's like we're on the same wavelength sometimes. Taurus gang. If you're Taurus, we're definitely on the same wavelength sometimes, and that means you're fucking stubborn as hell and crazy, so it's not always a good one. Truman Bro. Hey man, thanks for being a big inspiration to all of us. I'm going to school at Appalachian State in a couple of weeks for graphic design. Wish you luck. Good luck. Truman, I should see you in the art battle this week. If you're going to school for graphic design, we need you participating in the art battle. Young Team said, big ups to you in the Discord for putting people on. Oh, I know what that's about. Young Team is a really good guitar player. If you guys need guitar, if all this guitar shit I'm talking about today has you inspired, Young Team tagged me the other day, and Young Team, what guitar do you have? Is that like a Gretsch? You have a beautiful guitar. He's like a big hollow body guitar. He put up a video of him playing some like beautiful jazz chords or some shit the other day, and he wrote Kenny Beats Discord server, and so I just reposted it in my story, and he said a bunch of people hit him up. So beautiful. If you need some guitars and Young Team's feeling generous, hit him up. Young Team, what do you think about that Corey Wong shit I was showing? I think that shit is amazing. Mint June say, hey Kenny, have you ever mixed, mastered, or sound designed a film? Not yet. I've been in the talks though. If so, do you recommend parallel compress the dialogue? Can't tell you. Also, what is exactly parallel compression? Here's my better tip for you. If you don't know what something is, don't do it all over your beat. Days, shout out to you. No Cap, shout out to you. I think I got most of those people at the bottom. I4 Conic said, new to this community, first time watching the stream, really fuck with it. I learned a lot. Also, when's the next beat challenge? Every Monday is the beat challenge. We have new gifts for this Monday. It's dope as fuck that you're facilitating shit like that. Helps artists out so much. Come on, you guys help me out so much. I wouldn't even be bringing up the plugin and shit we're talking about tonight if it weren't for you guys putting me on. Hold on 1 second. Boop, boop, boop. I really ignore my phone for the entirety of streams every time. I'm such an idiot. Someone said parallel compression is overrated in the chat. Produced by Stoney said, what up, Kenny? An artist I produced a lot is dropping his album tonight, and watching you helped 10,000%. Watching how you work in the studio with other people is how we try to work too. Thanks for the knowledge bombs. I'm pretty upset. My fortunate ass does not need to be upset, but I'm a little bit upset that we didn't get to do what we were trying to do with Twitch. The point of Twitch, of me getting on here when I started talking to everybody at Twitch, was I was going to do studio sessions on stream. Yeah, we were going to make beats, but I was going to do like a whole studio session on the stream. So basically, like, you would see me sit down with someone, have that first chat for 30 minutes, an hour, talk about whatever, catch up. Then I would start a beat. They'd write the song, then you'd see me record the whole thing, you'd see me do a little master. That was the point of the stream. So whenever I came on in March, everybody was like, oh, Kenny, you're so early, you fucking making beats on Twitch. We were talking in December about doing songs on Twitch. So our plan, not only were we even earlier than people thought, but our plan was way different than what people thought. It was really gonna, Cave Live is kind of a good way to put it, but not the Cave, because the Cave is specifically to make this joke song. We were going to have real sessions. Like, you guys were going to see songs that made people's albums, you know? If it was going on the way it was supposed to, minus pandemic, minus all the more important shit that's happening in the world right now, you would have already seen songs out. Like, there would have already been sessions on Twitch that the music's been released from, and you guys would have been able to see like a studio session go from the front door opening to a song coming out. That was what we were supposed to do. Oh shit, I have a special guest here right now. But it didn't end up fucking work out that way. So I'm sorry you guys can't see me work with an artist in a more normal capacity than the Cave, because you know it's a little bit edited. But hopefully as things open up, we'll be doing more things like tonight. But I'm having my friend come by right now. It's one of my favorite producers. His name is Jim E. Stack. Produces with Bon Iver, produces with Haim, produces with Casey Hill, produces with fucking amazing. He's one of my favorite people. I think he might be pulling up. I'm gonna go look for him. Hold on. If you don't know who Jimmy Stack is, you have 1 minute to research. I'll be right back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Welcome Jimmy Stack to the stream. Okay, so it feels weird, but like that GoPro is them. They're gonna talk to you right there, Jim. Welcome to the new spot.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Jimmy's only ever been in the cave with me ever. We've only ever been in the dark ass cave making beats. Yeah, bro. This is the new vibe.
Cave having Berea being way too full, eating like $60.
Oh, we did go for Berea. Yeah, see that's
so good.
There's a spot. Do you guys know what Berea is? I know I should probably be rolling the R. I can't really roll my R's that good.
Berea.
Do it again.
Berea.
Yeah. Do you guys know what Berea is?
Spanish in high school.
It's like, oh my god. So Berea is usually made with goat, but it's like a taco you dip. That's the worst pre-studio food. It's like the last thing you should eat.
It's like
legendary. What's new, Jim? You dropped that single. We opened the stream with that new single the other day.
My God, I appreciate
with
you.
Empress Sub.
Thank you, man.
How new is that? How old is that? Have you had it? You been sitting on it?
That and like a bunch of stuff that I've been making, like of which there's more to come. That like bits and pieces of it were like old. Some of it was like new.
Is like the Aunt Clemens song tied in with that at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And that, and honestly, like same thing with that.
Shout out to Aunt also.
Like on like that song, for example, dude, that was originally a remix for Haim that they didn't want. So I was like,
weird.
Y'all are tripping, whatever. Took their shit out of there, and then like Ant and I were just like what he's just the illest writer, and so
He's
like
so good,
he came through and just wrote some shit on that for some other shit we were working on, and then didn't get used. So I was like, man, I'm gonna keep working on this because this shit's hot. He just I mean, he's just so good, and it's
so
like
good.
Also. He maybe like did that whole thing in like maybe under 5 minutes.
Yeah,
it's just like insane.
The one time I was ever around him, he like one take some like crazy falsetto
like,
shit.
what?
I couldn't believe it. Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, the new one, Note to Self, though, is kind of like a similar evolution.
Note to Self is the best song. Someone just said.
Yeah, no cap.
I've told you this before, but like what I was saying to them, it's like it feels like a very classic Jimmy Stack production in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? It feels like quintessentially you. And I think like we've talked about this making beats before, but like you do so much with 3 notes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're like I feel like you're bassline king in a lot of ways. Like you're so comfortable with like a bass synth becoming like the most emotional thing ever where I hear it and I'm like I could maybe fill up like a little space on my beat with this. But that song is like a perfect example. Like what is that main sound?
That so basically, I mean, I'll just tell you how that one like came together. There was like actually like a beat I made with Justin Vernon or in mind. I was like, oh man, Justin would be sick on this. Texted Tim, no response.
Fire.
And then so whatever, I was just like sitting on it for a while, and then I sent it to this like super sick artist, Clara Lasan, who I've never actually met her in person, but like I was just like, you're dope, like here's some like beats if you want to like fuck with them.
Yeah.
And she just wrote, like such that super, what like kind of ended up being like the song. Yeah. Like she put a lot of that down and I was like, man, this is so sick. This is like so much sicker than my beat. Like I'm an idiot, whatever. So that shit just sat around. And then one day my homie Micah, who was just like an ill keys player, I mean just like a homie really, we were just fucking around and he was just on his Moog. I don't know, we were just like chilling, like messing around. I think we got Dave's Hot Chicken.
Fire. Not as good as Howlin' Rays.
No, I still haven't had it.
Oh my god, Howlin' Rays is so good.
So I'm not trying to wait.
Continue though. Why do they keep saying Glizzy Gang? I think they think your shirt says Glizzy.
Oh, GX. There.
But so is it some Moog shit?
Yeah, he was just like fucking around on the Moog, and we just like, like.
I'm gonna play it so y'all know what we're talking about real quick. Hold on. Because it's got like weird like harmonics to it.
Yeah, totally.
Cry, but yeah, like I don't know, like it's always, there's a lot of my favorite songs by you are always so simple but so deep.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean that one like is exactly that. Honestly, in that one too, I was like, so what I was gonna say is we like kind of figured out this line, and then some like like the piano chords, but it's basically just the same thing. And then I was like, man, this shit is like so sick. I feel like literally just the synth. I was like, man, like just the synth could be a song or something. But then I was just like had one of those moments. I don't know if you have this ever, but. Where like I didn't know what to do with it. It's just like a scrap. I'm like in bed one night and I'm just like the Clara Lasan vocal on that.
You just knew.
Yeah, and I just like
that definitely happens.
I just ran to my computer, like threw it on. And it was like this shit clicked. And I was like, thank fuck, like thank you God. Like two things I love. Like
so fire
came together, and then I just like I never really I like just kind of programmed some like drums and shit, and I think like to some degree I'm just like super like simple minded. Like I can't like wrap my head around shit that's like too complex musically, and maybe that's why I shy away from it and just kind of like focus on simple shit. But I don't know. But it's like, not super intentional. It's more like me not knowing what I'm doing.
That's what everybody says who's like dope and simplistic. Like, yeah, I can't play. But we talk about it all the time because obviously this stream is so like beat maker heavy. Like if you're not sitting on Ableton like doing a hi-hat pattern, kids are like, what are you doing? And I came on here in March, and initially it was like I would make beats how I'd really make our beat in a rap session. It's like I'm gonna find a sample quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip it somewhat into. I'm gonna put it down 3 semitones, put RC20 on it, and then I'm gonna do drums. And off top, you see kids like, oh well, you could have done this with pattern. Oh, you could have done this, and you start thinking in my head like, man, like, are my beats weak, or is it like these kids can't hear the artist? They can't hear where I'm hearing it go. Yeah. And so like when we do like beat battles on Mondays, like kids submit beats sometimes that are like, oh, an artist would murder this, but no one in the chat is going crazy. And then another kid will submit a beat that's like, you couldn't write to, but it's so interesting and has so much going on that it's like us listening to instrumentals, all as producers are like, that's crazy. Right. But you don't realize like the 3-note bass line in 99% of rooms is going to get you a song that day. Yeah.
So true.
Whereas like all those sick like samples you made with drum patterns and shit, like no one's going to care.
Dude, it's so true. Like that, it's like the kind of thing where you're like going through shit and you're like, oh, I like accidentally played this shitty thing that's way too simple. Everybody would think I'm lame for making it. Like, wait, what was that?
Always. But
like
you've been on that for years and years and years. You know what I mean? Like that's something I've come to understand. But I remember like what was it like was it like a Bauer tour or some shit? Like I remember
2011 or 12.
2012. That's what I'm saying. I remember that's when I first heard your shit, and I remember even back then being like, oh my God, like bro can make a vocal chop and a bass line feel bigger than like all this shit that I'm trying to do. And I think now it's like we talk about that on here a lot because why are y'all talking about Glizzy so much? Like what? But it's just him talking about Glizzies the whole time.
Glizzy.
I now like have to restrain myself when I make beats on here. Because this is just like the most toxic chat of just dudes like 808 pattern could have been sicker, like and it really you would think it wouldn't get to you.
I'm sure it would get to me,
bro. That's when I recommend to people. I'm like, I probably even said it to you. I'm like, oh Jim, jump on Twitch, dude. It's so much fun. Like, I don't think people don't realize how dark that vibe is.
No, but then I watched you on here. I was like, man, this shit just looks like fun and like.
Have you seen Harry do it yet?
No.
Harry's been crushing.
Really?
So he
making beats and stuff.
Yeah, like he came on the stream one day, and like I was like, bro, you need to go on Twitch, and he seemed actually receptive. He was like, you know what, like maybe I'll do it. I know you guys watching Bauer's streams. He's been killing it.
Yeah, really.
He's one person I've always really wanted to like steal his perk samples and shit.
Dude, his shit, like, I just remember, like, when I was living in New York and whatever, we'd just, like, roll through his place.
Look how stuck. They said Harry Bow the GOAT.
Bow. Just, like, kicking it with him, his place in Bushwick, and you would just play, like, oh, like, some, I don't know, this beat, like, it's kind of like a throwaway, because it's only, like, 20 seconds, and I would just be like, whoa. It was just, like, insane, because of just that. Like, each sound had, like, just such a, like, identity. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, and nothing felt, like, sterile or anything. Like each little thing was just special.
Even if you look at like, I know it'll make him mad, but like even if you look at Harlem Shake and you look
same shit,
like where the samples came from. I know it became a big lawsuit and all this bullshit, but like it's because he was picking like rare samples from weird obscure shit and like
totally
mixing them with trap drums and shit. But either way, he he's like the perfect person for Twitch, I think, is on here. It's like, it's so boring to me when you see type beat people, you know what I mean? Because there's a million of them.
Wait, what are type beat people?
You don't even know about this world. Like,
I mean,
guys,
only type beats.
Jimmy doesn't even know about type beats. Like, Jimmy's in like real music world. This is like a whole, dude, type beats are like.
No, I know type beats, but I'm like, who are the people? Like, I see this shit on YouTube. I'm like,
well,
what?
One of the
People
type
just,
beat
like,
goats,
churn that out.
my friend Cash Money AP, he is like, he openly is like, I make type beats. It's how I got on. He used to put on tutorials, and it'd be like, if like Drake type beat, Rick Ross type beat, like Migos type beat, and that's how he gone on. And now like he produces for everybody.
Oh, crazy.
And he has his own sound and stuff, but he's one person who never ran from the idea of type beats. But there's other kids who are on some like, I'm changing music.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna show y'all the new sound. And then it's
Yeah.
just like the same beat as everybody else. And it's
Right.
like they don't accept that they make type beats. And it's like you gotta understand, like, if you go use the DaBaby 808
Yeah.
in your beat right now, like it's a type
Sound like
beat.
Jetson made shit.
Yeah, it sounds like Jetson, and it's like some people don't want to come to terms with it. I respect the guys who just say outwardly like, yeah, I make type beats, boom. But I don't know. For me on Twitch, when I go on and if I can expect the pack you're picking from, or I can expect the pattern you're going for, why am I watching it? And like
Totally.
Bauer,
Yeah.
every day I go in there, he was making like some Bollywood shit when I went in the other day. You know, like
Sick. Yeah.
you never know.
I don't even know where like he finds so much of this shit.
I don't know either, but I know his ass is just probably getting sued left and right. That's all I fucking know about here. But yeah, man, what's on the agenda? Do you have any shit you want to play? I'm trying to smoke weed off camera real quick because I can't smoke weed on camera. I'll get in trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? It's like illegal?
No, like apparently if you're in a state that's legal on Twitch, you can smoke weed on camera. But like I told Twitch that I'm for the youth and that I won't like lead a bad example.
Wait, where I saw one of those, like, maybe it was uploading something to YouTube. It was like, is this for like our children, like part of this audience? Is it like that kind of thing?
I mean, I don't know necessarily, but I was just like, for the youth, it's better if I'm just not like blowing kush into the GoPro. I don't know. I just told a story about selling weed in college, so I'm probably really not helping anything. Jimmy, just hold it down for a second, Jim.
I will. What do I do?
Just field the chat, dude. They're gonna talk to you. Watch. As soon as they know
just
you're
on the right here.
Yeah, it's a little delayed, so like.
Right. Where the kids.
Watch. He said schlatt.
Just smoke it.
He said, Jimmy, sup, brother.
Howdy.
It's overwhelming, right? It's like hard
I'm
to.
just trying to keep up.
It's hard to read all that shit and have a personality. That's what I've learned.
Right.
It's like either you're reading the shit and trying to understand it, or just like rambling.
That's all funny.
Look at Jim. He said, "How we feeling? Looking
Just
good,
trying to,
Jim."
like, even keep up.
Why? Can y'all just stop screaming about glizzies to him? Because it's his first
Yeah,
time.
no
Like,
spam. No spam.
do you know what copy pasta is?
No.
Oh my god. So copy pasta is like some Twitch shit where kids will just like either write like a really fucked up paragraph about you or just like a dick, and then they'll post it in the chat like a million times, and your chat will just be all dicks. So you need to constantly have like mods who watch your chat so that if someone posts a dick, like they can take the dick out.
Wow.
No, now they're just counting.
Now they're being nice.
No, this there's a lot of shit I gotta explain, Joe.
That's funny. I mean, it's I don't know. It's like such a. Wait, were you doing Twitch like before COVID shit?
I wasn't, but the plan was, like, you don't even know this. You were in the plan that we had. The
Really?
plan was for like me to come here with like producers I really fuck with, and basically do like almost like the Cave live.
Sure.
But like more producer centric. So you'd see me and a producer like come in, have our initial hour where we talk and chill.
Yeah.
And then we would make a beat all the way through, and you'd see the whole process.
Oh, that's super sick.
Because like, you know, the Cave's like a short version of a fake song.
Right.
I'd rather them see like the whole version of a real thing.
Yeah.
So we were gonna do like artists also. Like an artist would come to the Cave, they'd come in, we'd chat for an hour, and then make something.
Yeah, that's sick as hell.
Pandemic happened, and we were already like, we were pitching this idea back and forth with Twitch, and they were like, do you still want to stream? You're already all set up. Like I literally had the cameras in the Cave.
Oh wow.
Pre like LA being locked down.
Right.
And so they were like, okay, if you want to stream, like, go ahead. I know our plans are fucked up, so I was like, fuck it, I'll go on to make beats. And I would go on and I would be like, all right, guys, like, this is how you fucking, like, you know what I mean? Drop a OZ kick into the Ableton window. Like, I would just be talking about nothing. And then one day I sampled some, like, old shit. I don't know. I put a sample into the beat, and everybody in the chat was like, "Give us that sample. You're whack. Let us have that sample." Da, 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 da.
Oh yeah, I think I remember like you talking about that on Twitter. Or something.
I gave them the sample, and then they all started flipping it, and then kids started being like, "Yo, this kid's beat is so ill. This kid's beat is so ill."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck it, let's have a competition."
Sick.
And it wasn't on purpose. But then like now when I come on here, I find the days where I like make beats and shit are the least hype days, and the days where we talk about like being broke and like roasting shit on the internet and like just talking to my friends like
real human shit.
Yeah, those are the fun days. But that's what's hard to explain to like the producer homies. Like it's hard to explain to your homie like, yo, you can go on Twitch and like kick it and it's kind of about music, but you don't necessarily have to make beats all the time. People are just like, what?
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, yo, you play video games on there? I'm like, no, dude. Like
right.
It's a whole different vibe.
I think that's actually, I mean, hearing you say that, I think there's something super sick about that just because, like, I feel like if I've learned anything, like, throughout my life and especially recent years making music, like, that kind of is what making music is. You know, I feel like when you're making just, like, good and real shit, like, you are just kind of, like, kicking it and, like, talking shit and, like, fucking around some and, like, you know what I mean? Like,
totally.
I guess it obviously, like, depends on the artist and stuff, but I feel like more... And, like, maybe it's whatever, like, I'm choosing to do and stuff, but it's, like, very much not, like, super, like, show up on time, like, you know, be serious and, like, get your shit done. You know, it's, like, more, like, oh, yeah, look at this funny shit on YouTube. Oh, let's fucking whatever.
Have you ever listened to, that podcast, And the Writer Is?
Yeah, once.
It's like this dude, Ross Gallen, who's, like, a big songwriter.
Right.
And he just interviews, like, every important person in music.
Yeah.
You guys should watch it if you haven't watched it. He was saying the reason he started the podcast is because that first hour when you kick it with someone at the studio before you work is his favorite hour.
Oh, word. That's cool.
Like that's true of like the homies.
Yeah.
Like if like you come by the studio, that first hour we're gonna like smoke, hang, play shit. That probably the least music will be that first hour.
Yeah.
Which I love, but like when it's a new person, sometimes it's a challenge or it's a, you know what I mean, new vibe.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that like you can't teach on a Twitch stream. That's the thing that you can't buy on Splice. You know what I mean? Is like learning how to like get comfortable with. Think about the amount of sessions you would have in a week. How different the rooms are.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you specifically could literally be walking from like Dominic to a Justin Vernon to a Haim session. You know, a Haim session like all within a week, and it wouldn't be weird for you. That'd be super par for the course, and it's like.
But
those
it's like
are
super different.
Big personalities all over the place. I might go to one of those 3 sessions and then a session with a whole bunch of guns.
Yeah.
And it's like
you're on some crazy.
It's a whole different vibe, but like you can't tell kids like, yo, like being cool might get you as far as having 6 beats.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain that. And it's like because it's not that people are gonna let you in because you're chill. You're just gonna get the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because of your vibe more than you are because like this undeniable talent or whatever.
It's so dude, I don't know who I was talking to was literally saying the same thing. Like that's the thing I've learned too is just that of course like there's so much, you know, whatever you can learn from the internet and like what like I don't know, like for me I fuck with like Logic a lot and sometimes I'll like look up shit on that or lately I've been fucking with Pro Tools more, but like as good as those skills are to have, just like I've never, you know, you're never like any like opportunity or whatever comes because like you're just chill, you know what I mean? Like I think it's so true, and I think about, you know, even like with myself sometimes I'm just like I don't know, like people I like want to, I mean there's like super talented people I've worked with who are just like incredible, who are just really not chill, and like I don't give a fuck about like trying to like get a cut with someone if like it's not fun. Like I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? And it's like
you mean that too, Jim.
Yeah,
like, people.
I really.
You mean that. Yeah, people say that and don't mean it. I know you mean that. Like you and I only have one person in common. It's Dom.
Yeah.
There's really no other artist that you and I have both worked with, and like, I think we could both say independently.
Omar a little.
Omar. I think we could both say though that like this is true of Omar and Dom. If you not like fucking with them in a friend kind of way, you really it's not going to be around that much. Dude, and it's not because they're dickheads, and it's not because it's like cliquey, and it's just like
facts.
They make music their own way with their homies since forever.
Yeah.
So they're already not used to this like LA have a bunch of sessions, a bunch of studios vibe.
Yeah.
And so unless it's someone that like you know what I mean, feels like, man, I'd have a beer with this dude and eat with this dude just as much as I'd be in the studio with them.
Totally.
The studio feels real uncomfortable. And like,
Yeah.
Omar came to the studio the first time, and I saw 3 different versions of him
Really?
that day. Because like he got there and he was like, yo, what's up, dude? Yeah, let's make some shit. like not Omar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And then Aiden came. You guys know Aiden Cullen. He's like a photographer. He's our homie. Aiden came, and he knew I knew Aiden, and he was like lightened up because we had a mutual friend.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, like we had made cool shit and got along. He was just fully who he was.
Yeah.
But like, I think you and even though you're way more mellow than me, like you and I both can walk into a room and like be able to field out a lot of different kind of energies and still do our thing.
Totally.
On the artist songwriter side of things, I don't think that's as easy. And like,
no, and you gotta be sensitive to that.
Yeah, and someone like Omar who's gonna walk into a room and if like you have this whole big agenda for him and you you trying to he's already just not gonna be able to do his thing.
Yeah.
Whether he wants to
Totally.
work with you or not. He's told me about sessions with like people that him and I are both like, yo, you fuck, I can't believe you're in the room with them. And it's just like the energy didn't allow him to do his thing, even if the potential was there.
Right, totally.
And so like we talk about that on here a lot because I think it's something that like more kids need to hear than the exact sample pack the Drake sounds are from.
Totally.
Because it's going to take
so
you far.
true. Dude, it's like I find like so much of this shit, you know, and just like creative success and just making good shit is like just being a person. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
And there's this one
guys, I see you. I'm going to play him DVR. Don't worry. They want me to play you this song.
Sick. But there's this one Quincy Jones quote where like I don't know, I kind of like interpret it in my own way, but I think it's
just a completely different sentence now.
yeah. No, but like I think he said it like I don't know, but it's something like the second you think about like money or something while making music, like God leaves the room. Like any kind of magic, any like if you have, he just talks about like. I mean, he keeps saying like God, but whatever, subject to interpretation. But like he's like, you gotta like leave room for God, and I just like, I mean, I'm not on like some Christian shit like that, but like, I'm just like, it's true, and just that like you need, like you can't have just like exactly like you're saying, if you have an agenda, like you've lost that day. You know what I mean? It's just like dumb. I mean, unless it's like okay, we have to like track final vocals or something, but like you need to leave room for like some magic, you know.
Totally. Like I think we're both, we need to speak on that, like we're biased in a way because you and I are both artists in a way that some producers aren't. You know what I mean? Like even though you're not singing on your songs necessarily, you and I are both very involved in songwriting on all the songs that we put out. We both have our artist names on things. You release Jimmy Stack songs. I've never released a Kenny Beats song, even though my name's on stuff, but like that's a whole other type of like respect and type of like give and take that comes with not just how you deal with an artist, it's not only not that, but how their team respects the process you guys have had. And if like if you're gonna put out a single with Empress of or something, chances are like that team rocks with you. You've probably produced some other stuff with them or worked in other capacities. They already know how you're moving and they like, you know what I mean, this brand you're building, and so they allow you to put your name as an artist alongside them instead of being this producer guy. And I think kids always ask like, Kenny, how come your name's on this song? And how come like other producers will produce something and you don't see them on Spotify? It's like really it's a lot of manager and negotiation shit that we're not talking about. But when you handle yourself a certain way with the money and this and that, there's other things that are more important. And like I know for me, would you rather have like an extra 10 bands for an Empress of placement or lose the 10 bands and have a Jimmy Stack song featuring Empress of? Like you'd rather have a Jimmy song. Because it's like it's a different thing. You know what I mean?
Totally. I find too for me too, like, and like maybe you have this, but I just kind of need like my outlet like that too to like just do shit that's like not just under the umbrella of someone else, but that's like equally or sometimes all like me. You know?
For you, I think you do. I personally don't even. I never have that. Like I never had that feeling of like this is a Kenny thing.
Right.
You know, I don't. I owe every single day of my life is like how to help this new thing I'm obsessed with, or this new project or person or whatever. I'm never thinking like, man, this is like maybe for good or for bad. Like I'm never like, oh, this is what my shit would sound like. Like that's what we started talking about here. Is like your artist shit as Jimmy is very defined. I think your production for other people is way more like all over the place. You know what I mean? But the Jimmy stuff has to fit this certain pocket, and it's always like very emotional.
Totally.
You
But I
know?
think, you know, where like a lot of that comes from, it's just like, I've realized is like in the choosing of stuff, and not like if you go into shit with just too much intention, like it's just not gonna work. You gotta just like let shit happen and let like all these, like when I was making that, you know, whatever, just to go back to Note to Self, say like making the beat that like Justin was like whatever to like, I'm not thinking about like this is gonna be a Jimmy song. Then when I send it to Clara Lasan, I'm not thinking like this has got to be a Jimmy song. When my homie and Micah and I were like coming up with the synth, we're not like this has to be a Jimmy song. Like you're just like making shit.
But there's a
having
moment
fun,
where that
and
song
like,
comes together and you're like, oh my god, this could be
yeah,
a Jimmy
dude,
song.
exactly, dude. Yeah,
but that's
completely.
pure. That's fire. I love that. What was I gonna
be pure?
Oh, they want me to show you this kid.
Yeah, what's
so,
DVR?
Okay, so DVR. So, do you know how like Discord works? You know what Discord is?
Honestly, no.
Trust me, it's okay. I didn't know anything.
It's just one of those things where you're like, oh, Discord.
Bro,
yeah,
like,
I've heard that word before.
The theme of the chat is that I'm an idiot. Like, I started the stream today with my mic muted. Like, trust me, I don't have the shit figured out. So, like, ask questions. A Discord is like a server that people kind of consider like a brother-sister thing with Twitch. So I have the Kenny Beats Discord. So if I'm not streaming, all these people you'd see in my stream will be on that server talking to each other. So like,
it's like the community, like
basically,
continues on.
And so like whenever I came on stream for the first couple weeks, there was this one drill song from the UK I kept listening to, and it had the snare in it, and I couldn't find the snare. And so I was like, yo, who has the snare? They went into the Discord and asked the same question. 10 seconds.
Really?
And this kid Felix, who's my mod now, hit me, was like, yo, here's the snare, boom. And like, it's this insane, like, huge brain of,
sick.
It's 50,000 people in there.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
like
insane.
a lot of non-producers, a lot of graphic artists. Like, we do an art battle every week too for like cover art. So we like implore kids like, yo, if you're putting out some shit, go hit up an artist in here that you fuck with. Like, do it together, grow together.
Right.
And so now, like, they've just started to like once in a while when something goes really crazy in here, they let me know. Yeah, whether it's a big song, a big meme, like a bad thing, somebody being an asshole.
Right.
They hit me and they're like, yo, Kenny, this is happening, whatever. They don't really notify me about everything, but the other day it was like overwhelming about this one kid. No one really knew his age or where he's from. We found out he's from Scotland. He's 16. And he put out his first EP within the last month. And he does it all himself. He has a demo version of Ableton, and so we listened to a bunch of his songs. I got like a minute through one of his songs, and I was like, "Yo, anything you need from me, like period, just let me know." Like, and then he sent me this, so I like did a little repro, and then now Tumei's mixing it.
Fire.
And then off stream, I'll tell you, but someone you and I both knows. This little drive.
Oh, it's a drive.
Yeah, it's sexy, right?
I've never seen that.
I know.
Is that like a car key?
A little SanDisk joint. Someone you and I both know super well reached out to this kid about trying to manage them, which is like, so shit is moving really fast.
That's tight.
But let me pull up the right one. God, y'all are just screaming at me about, like, every single kid is just saying DVR. Yeah, they love them. Guys, I'm gonna read the donation sec. One Wu Long, who's one of our favorite people, said, "I'm so gassed that Jimmy Stack is in here. Reassuring is one of my favorite beats ever made."
Wow, real head.
Is he a real head?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Seasoned Tater Tot. White. This is a perfect question for you to be here. Hey, Kenny, I know you've probably talked about this before, but how does J. Paul influence the way that you approach music? I've been getting into him over the last month. He's completely changed the way I think about making music. I got to show you my new fake Paul Institute guitar tones I got going on.
You know what's the sickest thing about him is I feel like he's like completely like unaware of the fact that he's like one of the most influential like artists in music of this century.
I think it's just like unaware and doesn't really see it or care.
Yeah, totally. It's like it's so pure. It like literally could not be more pure.
That's why it's so fucking tight.
Yeah.
But like, dude, I swear to God, I have this whole new love for like chorus and
Hell
shit
yeah.
over the last couple months, dude, because of just like
in my language.
Yeah, but it really like I've been going. They'll tell you I've been going nuts about AK shit. Really, like just like so deep into trying to find tones like that. And honestly, that thing, the Strymon, that little silver pedal,
This one.
I'll turn it on for you later. But yeah, but it's just like tape saturation and like tape lag. It's a super vibe.
Sick.
They're all saying Jake better than Logan. Every time I say anything about Jay Paul, they always make it about Jake
Paul.
Okay, so this is the kid DVR.
Oh, kill it!
Yeah, she wanted it, she gotta hit my line one time. And maybe come round sometime. Come on, girl, let's go get high. Ain't too late to catch this vibe. I know what you do in the moment. Don't know what to do when it's over. In my line and I got you. Bad little baby with a tattoo. I'm gonna get back to you. Oh, no. You got it, I get it too. You know I gotta stay close to you. She with me, she tryna get physical. I know I'm gonna end up missing you. You got it, I get it too. You know I gotta stay close to you. Stay close to you. I know I'm gonna end up missing you. I take your hand for a dance and we're kissing. You've been the number one thing I've been missing. Too much bev, I'm gone, but they played our favorite song. It went on pretty long, but that got us reminiscing. I can't think straight when we're distant. Ain't no debate that you're different. Sit down right there and just listen. When she got it straight back with the hips and the waist got good. She feeling herself, she feeling the wealth, she doing the shit she should. Take her out on a date, different days, 40 planes, just for us to get an Uber straight back to my place. I'll lead the way. I'm on G's, but as the belt on my waist, I'm on that type of wave. Kenny hit me up, I'll get it done in a day. Yeah. You got it, I get it too. You know I gotta stay close to you. She with me, she tryna get physical.
Little vibe though.
Hard. That shit's sick, man.
16. 16. So there's a couple little like.
How?
That's what all of us said. So he dropped his first music ever, like within the last couple weeks. So like never put out a tape, anything. Bro, trust me. Like we've been showing him all the love. Everybody's like, this is scripted. Like they were when we first found the kid. Everybody's like, is this like the kid you're signing or something? Yeah, he's just this random kid, super nice, super talented. But yeah, like that's the other thing about this is, I thought I had a pretty good guesstimate on like the scope of like young producers, like just kids who are really crazy right now. This last couple months on here and these kids in here, like you realize like every week the Beat Battle winners are like 14 to 17 years old.
Wow.
I swear. It's crazy. Like
honestly, like the less you know is more.
Yeah, but I really didn't have a gauge. Like I'm literally sending out gifts every week to like Romania and shit of like 14-year-olds who are like mixes are on point.
Wow.
It's so scary.
What are they making shit in? Yeah, that is terrifying.
It's so scary. Like, especially like I don't even realize it till way later. And the joke always in here, like kids are just always like, he's 8. Like they always make it younger and younger. 8. Every week there's always kids just like trying to trick me. But
that's hella funny.
It's scary, dude. It's scary too whenever like, just on the knowledge tip, like I'll do something real quick and someone will be like, oh, Kenny, better click this button on the plugin. You never seen that, idiot? And I'm like, I've been using this plugin for 10 years. And I won't on stream let them know that they just like fucked me up.
Yeah.
But it happens all the time, dude. Damn, we have a little bit. You want to cook something?
Yeah, let's do it, dude.
Let's do it. Or you want to play them some shit?
Whatever.
Let's do both. I know you got some secret shit to play about. I'm gonna play them a beat we made. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Some Berea. Post Berea.
Ooh. Was this my favorite one or was it this one? I liked this one.
Yeah, so many times.
This shit is hot. I forgot about this too. This shit is crazy. Someone said, is that an organ? Bitch, I don't know if it's an organ. Is it?
No, it is. I think it's a the Tal Juno. You know, the 3-1. I think it's the organ of that.
Okay, Jim. I want you to play this thing.
Let's see.
Oh my god, let me move it over here. Oh my, this I haven't even really used it on stream yet. It's crazy. Oh, I got the plug here. Hold on.
Yeah, actually, this girl I knew in high school, her older brother once left a DX7 in my house that was just broken, my mom's house, and I just didn't ever fuck with it until I just had no money to get it repaired, and I was to one producer, I'm just yo, you can totally hold on to this if you get it fixed, and ever since I just every time I go over there I'm just fucking with it.
Yeah, I was looking at a bunch of keyboards. I'm I really don't need crazy synths. It's not gonna make that much sense for me to have all this fucking hardware, blah blah blah. But I do want one or two, and this is obviously more the starter price. You know what I mean? It's much less expensive than getting a Juno or even a Rhodes or a Wurlitzer. You're spending thousands.
Yeah.
So I was looking at them; they're cheap, and then I went and looked at the presets, and all obviously it's the Whitney Houston piano, the Twin Peaks shit, and but I was looking through all of the brass and the bass, and I was I think if I wanted a hardware synth, that's what I'd be going for. Is those kinds of little warm, cute pad things, and then those bass sounds, and then I was on Reverb. I almost bought one once or twice, and then just pussied out, and then I saw this one, and it was literally it was modded by Frank Zappa's keys player,
crazy
Ian Underwood. So he owned it, he modded it. It has 9 extra banks.
Oh, whoa.
So this has the 2 banks from the first 2 banks.
So the shit you would normally pop in here, it's in there.
Yeah, it's all on the fucking hardware. There's no you don't need any kind of card.
Yeah.
But so right here, the data entry, these are all the different banks. It has 9 extra banks that the original didn't have. And so I literally sat here for a whole fucking day and just wrote these out.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, wait, I'll show that. I literally just sat here and wrote these out for a whole day, and it's every bank and every good sound. But Pete, there's a bass in here called a Jacko bass that is
sick.
Fucking crazy. It really does sound like some fretless.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that's on.
Dude, the one thing that's always cracks me up about these is how fucking heavy they are.
It's so heavy.
I'm what is in there?
It's so fucking heavy.
Lead or something? Seriously, it's mind-blowingly heavy always.
Alright, let me just plug it in. Where did that plug go? Wow, 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 wow.
I love how much space there is in that beat. That's one of those ones where it's it's not trying to do too much and leave so much room for someone to sing on.
Yeah, I just like it because the rhythm's so weird.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. DX7.
Yeah, you have good handwriting.
You think? Someone else told me that. I feel like my handwriting's super bad.
Dude, mine's terrible because I'm left-handed.
Is it unreadable?
No, it's just U's and N's look the same. It just doesn't make sense.
Alright, we can just go right here, take the guitar out. Alright, I actually really haven't been able to show them the shit yet, so this will be good.
Awesome.
Alright, so this is, here's your bank.
Dude, there's also with DX, there's some awful sounds, some just horribly grating sounds.
Most of it has weak sounds, but there's some shit.
No, but the special shit is you can't get better, honestly.
Alright, peep that. Wait, ready? E1, And then 15. Play that bass. Play like low octave.
Yeah, sick. I can already tell it's to be my shit.
Oh my god.
This with some fucking chorus, man.
Some fucking chorus, man. Doesn't that sound crazy?
Yeah, I love this shit.
Oof. Oh, people are saying, see, whenever I play it at the volume I want it at, it's like clipping their speakers, so I gotta do it a little low.
No, but I was saying it like it kind of sounds good when you turn it down.
Is that better, y'all? Y'all are saying look at the donation, I don't see nothing.
Not gonna be cool like that.
Ready, huh?
Actually, no, wait, I could.
That just do it at halftime. Do that halftime.
Like that. Maybe fuck up the rhythm or something. I don't know.
Here, fuck with one of these. Ooh, E1. Maybe E2. 5.
That's nice as hell.
Yeah, fuck with that. I'll make it a little slower.
What kind of porn you watching? Amateur.
The chat gets toxic. You gotta just ignore it.
No, I kind of love it. It's hilarious.
Man, when I was little, I played for a long time. I've been playing every day though.
Sick.
Just trying to get back to it.
These cymbals look sick.
Oh, they're so tight. Play them. That clap stack is the joint.
Oh dude, these sound good as hell.
I know. They're like cheap drums, but it's just like they're really well like tuned and doled out. Just go
Hell yeah. Dilbert type babe. Oh, what amp thing is that?
Dude, this is brand new. I was talking about it on stream before you got here. It's called the Archetype by Neural. Best DI guitar
Sick.
plugin in the
Yeah, I've never even
game.
heard of it. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's new. But like this is guitar DI.
Shit's nice.
It already has such a tone. Like,
Yeah.
watch, you can do the reverb on it too.
Even that was sick.
Okay, figure something out. Oh shit. Just take that little rappy boop boopy boop.
Are there any drums in this?
Any what?
Drums in the DX?
Not really.
Drums, LOL.
Yeah, there's you'll see why. Like, go to that one and see why I called it drums. LOL. Oh, there's some right here too. In 70 years, we all be dead type beat.
Is there not, I want to plug this into one of the guitar amps. Is there another cable?
Yeah, take that one out of the back of that pedal.
This one?
Yeah, it's a long ass cable. I'm gonna put this Corey Wong shit on here. Let's see. You know this shit I was talking about before, y'all, has bass tones also. Where are they? Bass tones, boom. J bass, well, P bass. Yes. Click because I can't keep time. boy moves, Jim.
What?
I'm a new guy. See, here's the thing, Jim. I haven't seen you in a while. There's been a pandemic. There's been a lot going on. I got some things I got to show you. It's almost like it's a part of my personality now. It's called printing to tape.
Let's see it.
This is a new thing we do here on the stream, here in the studio. We got it all hooked up. Let's see if we can make the tape machine. Everyone knows it's tape time. Let's go, y'all. This is how we flex.
Tape time.
This is how we flex on people who make real music, y'all. You gotta just pull the tape out. Hold on, let's see if our levels are right. Okay. The tape machine is on. Shit is plugged in. Okay, let's check our level.
Sick.
Okay. Okay, all you gotta do is hit this. So record it slow.
Where'd you get this?
My dad met a Vietnam vet in AA, and the dude was like, has had it forever, and he was like, oh, your son does music, like, you might like this, and it was like kind of broken, so my dad had to fix like the counter and the volume meter and shit. So sick.
Oh yeah.
Boom, boom.
Rewind.
Record this shit back. I think it was like right here. I set the marker.
Oh, already love it.
It's right there. Okay. Let's play it back fast. So much less hiss. No, we'll fuck with it. Oh, y'all are freaking out? Oh, did y'all hear what that was? Ooh, I can't tell you. Never mind. I was printing some shit to tape though. Okay.
Drums.
Record. Record. Bitch. So the vibe for me has been like, once you get that, there's no more key, there's no more tempo, there's no more anything. You just take that and then you figure out where this sounds the best.
Right.
And then you move from there.
Yeah, love that.
That's how I've been trying to do it lately, but
don't look back.
Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck it. Like, whatever. Like, if you need to edit, if you need to reprint this, you know, you always can. But that's why I tried to sequence, like, the start.
Yeah.
Just the keys.
Totally,
so you can just have it.
Totally.
But, like, literally from this part, I'll take everything I just made, put it in a fucking group, and then just goodbye.
Right. Sick.
No more. So, that shit makes it, like, look at how on the grid it is still. Like, it's still on the grid mostly, but it fucking... It's an octave up and twice as fast.
Right.
So if you take it and you half time, that's where we were at.
Night and fucking day.
Night and day. But like, so now it feels super slow like that. Because when you hear it fast, it's like kind of wavy.
Yeah.
So let's go like, actually let's just do like 160 and then random key now. Really loud. Sorry, I'm sorry it's loud. I'm sorry. Guys, I'm using new speakers today for the first time in 5 years. We were going to talk about it. I forgot.
Really? Wait, what'd you have before?
I had Focal Alpha 80s. The little cheap, like,
smaller ones,
they're $500. Focal, they hear me talk about them all the time. They sent me some other speakers, so I'm sorry if it's too loud, guys. I'm sorry. Tape makes everything really it's like really like ringy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like brings it all up.
Yeah. All right, let me just get this a little bit on time. Bro, that plugin is the shit.
I really love that. Just that line you did though, that like first kind of the higher one.
But yeah, it feels like low-key feels like it's not enough until you hear it on tape.
Totally.
And then and then it's like full and it feels like this big part. Okay, now we're in time. That's kind of hard. Let's plug that back in.
After they get like an iPhone or something.
Oh, true. That sounds so hot. We could just do the reverb in here. Just
Cool.
Oh, you going through that amp? Damn, the Fender one. Just plug that in the output.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Bow.
Maybe you should put this or like an amp simulator or something.
Okay.
Damn, I can't even remember what I was playing. Figure it out.
Let's see. Here it go. Play it. like it. Hold on.
Dude, yeah, that guitar is so sick. That's my shit. Maybe this should be like a snare instead. Like play it.
Oh, like
without
on the.
shimmy. Well, maybe.
I think maybe
Yeah,
both.
I mean, I
Maybe
don't know.
both.
True.
Hold on. Wait, redo.
The booth.
Just need, yeah, peep the booth. Double door.
Oh, sick. And a separate climate control.
Come on. Adult.
Dude, that fucking guitar. I'm just like waiting for it every time.
Beep, 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 beep. Where's that one? Ooh. There it is.
Ooh. Ugh. Man. Wait, well, I kind of like that little like kick you had before. I thought
Oh,
was
that
cool.
one? Okay.
Yeah, like I don't know, maybe every couple of times or something. That's sick.
I'm
man.
gonna
That's super sick.
add a kick to it. Vibe. Hold on. I'm gonna add a bass on top of that.
Nice.
my God, Ronnie.
That's kind of tight.
Maybe we'll just do that every time.
That shit's so good.
That thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I could bring it back off the tape too. Oh wait, where's those drums?
I mean, actually, maybe it's good. I'm like waiting for it every time.
That thing a bunch. We were just talking about it. I was using the OP1 for like a week exclusively just to master it. There's a website called op1.fun. You can load it with like the illest shit without having to like sound design everything on there. You can like load it with fire. Said throw a limiter on your Twitch mic. Just got here. What's the sample from? No sample. Jimmy Stack is in the building. Yankee said read donos. Yankee, I read your dono. Said I made my first money with music. Shout out to you. Appreciate the donation. One more long. I know you're gassed about Jimmy Stack. Thanks so much. Now you're talking about J. Paul again. Hey Kenny, do you dig Blake Mills? Don't know him. Favorite guitarist in the world. Super talented. Songwriter, producer, Alabama Shakes, John Legend, Bob Dylan. If he does Alabama Shakes, I probably like his work.
He produced Alabama Shakes.
You know his shit?
Yeah. He like, I'm trying to think what, yeah, Alabama, I think he, like with that guy Sean Everett, they did like Alabama Shakes, maybe, I forget what else.
Bauer's in the chat. He said Stack. Let's go. Bauer, you want to hear some Jimmy Stack chords? Ready? Ooh, just that one. You know who it is. Hold on. I gotta sequence this now that Bauer's here. This shit's getting serious. Hold on. Bauer, how do you feel about this intro? you guys are a fan of these mics, I might have good news for you on Monday. That's all I'm gonna say. But this is my little iPhone mic.
Tight.
Hold on, peep. Ooh, I'm about to spaz. All I can say about this next little segment, Jim, is just prepare yourself because
I'm looking forward.
it's about to get funky. Hold on. External headphones. I put the tune on.
Damn,
No,
you sound nice.
I got
You sound
the
fucking terrible, dude. I like my range is like 5 notes.
you have
can't
now,
even
I just put
octave.
auto tune on this mic, so anything you sing right now is through auto tune when they hear it. I'm not kidding. How's that sound, guys? Can you hear the tune? Let's go, Jake. You gotta go harder than that. Give him a run. Fire. All right, hold on. Where's the little app? Where is the app? Where's the app? Motif audio. Okay. Oh wait, I gotta do this at the same time. For everybody just leaving question marks in the chat, you can just fucking get blocked right now because I'm trying to be creative, and honestly, you screaming in my face is not helping. Let me and Jimmy get a Grammy.
Don't get in the way.
Hold on. Saved. Now, I know it sounded a little funny, Jim, but here's the thing. When you hear it with this little altar boy, it's not going to sound funny at all.
Sure won't.
Hold on. Airdrop. Boom. Boom. Did we get the airdrop? Yes, we received the airdrop. Okay. Boom. Vocals. The vocals are in. What key are we in? Are we in G? Yeah, no.
No idea.
Fuck. Oh, I forget. Hold on. You guys always laugh at the vocals. You know I'm about to freak them, though. Laugh now, guys. Laugh now. Why is that not playing? Hello? Why is that not playing? Go through here. Oh my god. Alright, hold on. What note is that? A.
Close.
Close. Boom, boom. Come on. Don't fail me now. Quit. Hold on. Oh, because that fucks up the auto tune. All right, hold on. Why the fuck? What is that vibe? That's not what it was supposed to. Someone said that's Dylan Brady. What do you mean you're getting double auto tune? Where's their double? Where's their double auto tune? There's only one. What is going on? Oh, y'all still have auto tune on. Oh, auto tune's on the mic.
Does it sound better now? Is it better now? Okay, hold on. Woo! You guys were being real jerks in the chat for a second. I don't think that was just a technical difficulty.
Okay, I'm just kidding. I turned it off. I just had them on the high pitch and shit for like a minute. Okay, honestly, these vocals I did are fucking garbage. Honestly, normally it just turns out hot somehow. I gotta let my dog out, and I want to actually kick it with Jimmy for a sec. So guys, I gotta get the fuck out of here. No, Jimmy, save. Unexpected legendary guest, Jimmy Stack. We're gonna actually go make good beats. Take a picture of what?
You.
Like this is like meta, like we're on stream.
Yeah.
Hard.
Damn, I'm honestly the worst iPhone photographer ever. You don't know one.
This is sick. No one has an in-stream pic like this, Jim.
Or no, wait. Got it in with this. I get it.
Someone said Logic going live soon. I couldn't give a fuck any less about anything in the whole world. Guys, have a sick night. I'll maybe stream in the next day or two. Please go listen to Jimmy Stack's new single. Please go listen to all his fucking music. Shout out to my dog. We're gonna go kick it for a minute and see my actual dog. The Yoruba's hitting. I love you. Everybody be safe. Don't go to Logic's live stream. Do something besides that. I just have a good night. Jim, say bye.